First quarter action not too far away here. Wodonga taking on Wangaratta. Went across boundary side to Scotty Montgomery right now on OMFNL Live. We have a welcome to country about to start, Monty, for Indigenous round in the Ovens of Murray.
Yeah, we do. I think we're just holding up, waiting for the netballs to come across. So, yeah, everyone's set up, ready to go out here. So, just waiting on the official start of it.
So this is fantastic. Both sides, Joel, in their Indigenous jerseys, which is fantastic as well. We have Wodonga all lined up there. It looks fantastic. And we also have the Wangaratta Magpies lined up in their jerseys as well, which look unreal.
Yeah, the Wodonga adds almost a bit of a throwback to those early 2000s with the maroon and white stripes with that extra bit of Aboriginal Indigenous print on top.
So we're just waiting for the A-grade netballs.
They're coming now, boys. You probably can't see them, but they have just popped out in front of the grandstand. So they're going to line up with their teams and we're ready to go.
So I think they actually started early today, Monty, to allow for them to come over and enjoy the celebrations, which we're about to see now. So that's absolutely fantastic. Of course, it is Indigenous round in the SS&A Ovens of Murray. All sides unveiling jerseys, NAIDOC week as well, which is fantastic. And we're going to cross downstairs very soon for this really important welcome to country. We'll bring the pictures to you as well on the O&M Optus TV, the Snapprint Solutions TV as well. Memo on the camera there, going to kickstart our live stream for you at home, which is fantastic. We'll cross boundary side now.
I'd like to welcome Derek Murray here today and John Murray and dancers. I'll hand over to Derek now to perform the welcome to country.
Thank you very much, mate. What a fantastic day to acknowledge all my elders, past and present, and ancestors before me. So thank you very much for Wang Magpies and R12 Bulldogs for having this day. To celebrate what a great week it's going to be this coming week. My name is Derek Murray, traditional owner of this land, Wodonga, which belongs to Sydney. What a great theme it is this year, NAIDOC week, keep the fire burning. Bright, loud and proud. And as proud Aboriginal man, I keep the fire burning for my family, my children, my community, and making sure they all grow up loud and proud. And of who they are, put my limits on their dreams. We will keep the fire burning. I hope you all participate in some capacity in the coming week to celebrate NAIDOC week, starting this Sunday at Wangaratta Cultural Centre. NAIDOC is about celebrating everything special about being Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander. We invite you all to come together this coming week to stand alongside us, my Indigenous brothers and sisters, to connect, acknowledge, share, participate, and most of all respect. Today gives me great honour to welcome you to my country and a smoking to start on NAIDOC week. I welcome you to practice civics to people. So saying that, I welcome you all to my ancestral lands of the Wodonga people. And smoking assists in cleansing the area and the people of bad spirits and promote the protection and well-being of visitors whilst on country. Furthermore,
get the answer story with everyone today. Whether anyone's connection, we're going to share a significant week, but also just to celebrate the world of living culture. And we're proud of what we do, we're proud of what we are, and who we are, and we're just going to turn up the energy a little bit for you here now with a few dances as Derek takes the smoke around. So I hope you enjoy it. first one we're going to do is in the Dura language, and this is just paying respect to the elders. In the Dura language, we call that Wodonga. So this one's about getting your country to the next. This one is Wodonga. Mariawa, Dino Kurpa, Dino Kurpa. 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 Mariawa, Dino Kurpa, Mariawa. Mariawa, Dino Kurpa, Dino Kurpa. 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 Mariawa, Dino Kurpa, Mariawa. Mariawa, Dino Kurpa, Dino Kurpa. 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 Mariawa, Dino Kurpa, Mariawa. This next one now is Dodoroa, Cleansing Death. This one just talks about clean country, clean people. Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Nandajidi. Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa. Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa. Ganjanaka Nandajidi. Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa. Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa. Ganjanaka Nandajiri. Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa. Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka Kurpa, Ganjanaka. We've got one more to go. We're going to finish off, and this one paying respect to these four animal ancestors. These four animals you see were the animals that went out across country. They passed out all the law and the languages and how to care for country. So we're going to pay respects to these four animals now, and this dance called Juralai, and then that'll be us. We'll finish up. Juralai, 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 Bameganyana, Juralai, Namba, Wayama, Wagabane, Juralai, Juralai, Juralai. Juralai, 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 Bameganyana, Juralai, Namba, Wayama, Wagabane, Juralai, Juralai, Juralai. Juralai, 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 Bameganyana, Juralai, Namba, Wayama, Wagabane, Juralai, Juralai, Juralai. Juralai, 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 Bameganyana, Juralai, Namba, Wayama, Wagabane, Juralai, Juralai, Juralai. Bandam! Juralai, 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 Bameganyana, Juralai, Namba, Wayama, Wagabane, Juralai, Juralai, Juralai. Juralai, 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 Bameganyana, Juralai, Namba, Wayama, Wagabane, Juralai, Juralai, Juralai. Jigabilla! Juralai, 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 Bameganyana, Juralai, Remember where you want, walk up on it. Duralai, duralai, duralai. Duralai, duralai, duralai. By me, Ganyana, duralai. Remember where you want, walk up on it. Duralai, duralai, duralai. Oh, don't go to me. Wah, 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 woo. Wah, wah, woo. Wah, wah, woo. Thank you.
A great ceremony there, brought to you on O&M Live. First quarter action, not too far away from starting here between the Wodonga Bulldogs and the Wangaratta Magpies. Blake Panderescott with you. Scotty Montgomery brought us all those images downstairs and the sound effects as well, which was fantastic. Joel Montgomery as well on our 40-wing stat sheet. A big game brewing here at Martin Park. Joel, who are we taking a look at for the Wodonga Bulldogs side of things?
We are going to be looking at some of the midfielders this week with Matey and Matty Wilson hopefully rolling in there a little bit more. Jorgensen, Bradshaw, and we're also going to have a look at Charlie Morrison in that intercept role.
Alrighty, fantastic stuff indeed. Now, Scotty Montgomery's coming back up here as well. He's going to come up here to the box as well and call this one for A-grade oils and batteries. A big game. Wodonga Bulldogs in 6th position up against the Wangaratta Magpies, who sit in 4th position as well. The Magpies with aspirations to play top 3 footy and get that second chance in 2024. The Dogs, well, they were certainly in that conversation about 5 or 6 weeks ago. They've just dropped back a little bit now with a few injuries, and it's just about making the finals for the Wodonga Bulldogs. Joel, who are we going to focus on a little bit at the moment? We're still working a few things out, but Paddy Naish, Cam Barrett, we'll take a look at for the Wangaratta Magpies. Also, Harry Hewitt, I reckon, is another good one to take a look at in terms of his numbers. Charlie Naish as well. And I believe, Monty, Cal Moore is not out there as well, Joel, for the Wangaratta Magpies, which is potentially a massive out.
Yeah, he hasn't been seen in the warm-ups, and he doesn't look like he's doing the little pre-game warm-up here at the moment, so that'll be very interesting forward to see how that shapes up now.
It will be indeed as Scotty Montgomery rejoins us. So just confirming, no Cal Moore, Monty.
Yeah, he didn't come out with the Wangaratta side, so massive out for Wangaratta today, and it's going to be interesting to see, as Joel just mentioned, how they structure up, but obviously Fraser Hollandine and Michael Newton are going to be absolutely massive down there, as they've both kicked 18 goals for the year so far.
Yeah, I think Fraser Hollandine, a lot falls on his shoulders now, and also Michael Newton, who did kick the couple of goals last week in a wet dower affair for against North Albury. So I reckon this is a day that Juice might be able to recapture a little bit of form towards the back half of the year, Monty.
Yeah, I think you're right. And if he gets the right matchup, I think Connor Brodie will be the one that goes to him. So it's a massive day for Connor Brodie today. Because he's been playing that main number 1 tall defender. So with Juice being the main forward out there for Wangaratta today, you'd see that he's going to get that matchup. And yeah, if Juice can get off the chain a little bit, it might mean they have to throw Charlie Morrison to him, throw things around, which is not what Jared Twitt would have planned for.
I'm really looking forward to taking a look at this ruck duel as well, because Chris Knowles, we know, hasn't been in the greatest of form by his standards.
It's massive for him.
He was dropped last week, and he's up against, we believe, Michael Driscoll and probably a part-time ruck in Tommy Johnson as well.
Yeah,
so
well, Driz is really a part-time ruck too, isn't he? He's not a key ruck. He only come here as a half-back flanker, half-forward, because he's not a massive man, but he's going to have to take really shoulder the workload, I feel, and give him first use if they can.
You're just joining our broadcast here on 3&E or on O&M Snapprint Solutions TV as well. We got Blake Panderescott with you, Scotty Montgomery for Wangaratta Motor Group, Joel Montgomery as well for 40 Wings. Just repeating who we're taking a look at on our 40 Wing stat sheet, please, Joel, for both sides.
For Wodonga, we'll be having Matey, Charlie Morrison, Matty Wilson, Jorgensen, and N. Bradshaw, number 23.
Noah.
For the Wangaratta Magpies, we'll be having P. Naish, so Patrick, Cam Barrett, Hewitt, his Paddy's brother, Charlie, and Nick Richards.
There we go. There's who we're taking a look at today on our 40-wing stat sheet. Conditions, what were they like out there, Monty? Perfect
beautiful.
For footy?
Yeah, unreal. There's a little bit of a breeze. It's not too bad, if anything, favouring down to the Pierce Street end, but maybe a goal in it at best. But, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Great day. Still a bit of a chill out there. The wind chills up a little bit, but I tell you what, it's a beautiful day with that sun shining out there.
I can tell you what, it's a lot better than what we had last week as well, which was just horrible conditions. Yep. And you were in
Myrtleford, and it was pouring all day from as soon as I got to about Yakandanda. I think the rain started and didn't stop till I got back to Wodonga that night. So it was a long day, that's for sure, but it wasn't too bad in the box.
You know who else I think might be able to have a really good game today for the Magpies. I just saw him kick a goal then was Xavier Laverty. He's someone that popped up in the derby. He kicked the 3 goals. A bit of a quiet week.
He's a pest.
He is.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
He's a pest. He's someone who has the ability to kick multiple goals.
And good size. I think he's growing into his body too and getting better and better each week he plays in the seniors.
And he might get a matchup that might favour him today as well. So a good opportunity for Xavier Laverty to stamp his mark in the senior competition in the SS&A, Ovens and Murray. So both sides in their respective huddles at the moment. This game's going to start just a little bit late with that welcome to country. Joel, who are you favouring towards in this one and why?
I think that just even with a few outs, I think Wangaratta's depth is going to be a little bit more high quality than Wodonga's. So I'm going Wangaratta.
Scotty?
Yeah, I'll tip Wang. I feel they're just hitting their form. I think they're going to be a little bit too good, and it could be a blowout if Wodonga don't put some nice defensive mechanisms in place. And just quickly, Tommy Montgomery's out there. Cousin Tommy, he's running around, so he's coming for Kelmore.
You got Cousin Jeffy and you got Cousin Tommy.
They're all over the shop.
They are indeed. So that's delayed in for Kelmore. We believe Wodonga are unchanged in this one. They have 2 debutants, so congratulations to Dennis Mutsinzi, who makes his debut today. We're just going to roll with Dennis because it is a bit of an interesting last name, and also Aaron Richmond, who was playing his debut game
and it is
as
Richmond,
well.
because Mum was in the timekeeper's box for the 2s, and she told us that's what it was. So we'll go with that, and if it's wrong, well, we can blame Mum.
Exactly right. We've been told Reichman. We've also been told Mutinzi. So we're just going to roll with Dennis, maybe Aaron, here on O&M Live. First quarter action for A-grade oils and batteries about to get underway. It's a crunch 4 points for both sides. The Magpies want to finish top 3, and the Dogs, they just want to get there. And then anything can happen. The umpire holds the footy aloft here. Scotty Montgomery for A-grade oils and batteries. There's a whistle, Mont.
Yeah, Nelson Butterfield, the boundary umpires, picked someone for going a bit too early. So free kick's going to go to Driscoll in the middle of Wodonga, and away they go. Jorgensen handballs it back to Driscoll from the true centre of the ground at Martin Park. Goes forward, knocked away from Brooks. Just a bouncing ball, evaded Bradshaw. Now it just fumbles around Johnson. Nice little handball to Soroczynski. Goes now sideways, and that's Isaac O'Neill wearing number 7 today. It's not a bad kick to the pocket. Riley Gill couldn't quite take it. It might have come off the boot. No, the umpire says out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw in 40 away from Wodonga's goal.
Glad you pointed that out, Monty, because there's a few different number changes for sides in the Indigenous jerseys today. So Isaac O'Neill usually wears the 27, but he's wearing the 7 today.
He's another one getting better every week, I feel.
He is. Good throw in by the boundary umpire. It's camped inside the Dogs attacking 50. Lots of players around this pill. Might be a stoppage affair today. Paddy Nash riding down for his first 40 winks disposal. I think Ryan Batten. No, that was Tilly. In fact, it was. As the Magpies break away out of defence. Kick to the far side of the ground. First on the scene there is Laverty. Went the fend off. Got to get rid of it, Xavier. Very lucky indeed. Tried to fight off Will Bradshaw, and the umpire says, give it to me. A ball up. 50 around from the Dogs' goal. We've gone a minute for Maccas in this opening term.
Just love it. Umpire Jason Rain then he said, nah, someone go fetch that footy for me. I'm not going to get it. As he tosses it up now. Knowles and Johnson do battle. Falls away with the Magpies, and they get a clearing kick, and here they go. It's a down the field free kick. Laverty's going to be the one that gets it. Rolls on straight away on that trusty left. It's a nice kick forward. Hollandine, gets a poor bounce. Ball now just bounces around. First back there's Greenhill. Well done, Jesse Smith. Got in and chopped it off. Gives it to McVeigh. McVeigh goes with a weird little left foot snap around the body towards Juice. Juice gets chopped by Brodie. Ball now to the ground. O'Keefe tackled straight away. It's a strong tackle. Pops out. Umpire says play on. Ollie Greenhill for a relieving kick to Andrews. And Wodonga have it in the back pocket, and here they go.
No score to either side yet on O&M Live. Opening term for A-grade oils and batteries. Jorgensen, interesting kick. It was aggressive to Mathy, who comes out wide. A little fumble there for Soroczynski. Goes to ground, gives it back to Mathy. Good follow-up work from the Dogs. A bit of a sidewinding mongrel went over their mitts there of Kyle Winter-Irving, who probably should have done better. Fighting through a couple of tackles there is Norton, and he's been brought down, holding the ball, and it's the debutant, Dennis Mutsinzi, on debut, who won a free kick, and now he's turned it over in the middle of the ground to Smith.
Smith had a great last quarter last week against North Albury. Goes inside 50. What a kick. Juice dropped what he should have taken. Brodie now at ground level. He's going to get a free kick. Umpire Mason found it. And that's going to be 50 against Juice. Just dropped Connor Brodie. And Ollie Greenhill's not happy with it. But it'll be a 50-metre penalty with Wodonga. And they'll go inside 50 with this kick now, you would think. And then Brodie's going to be the one that gets it.
Have you seen Connor Brodie's readmission into the O&M?
Yeah, going all right. They're throwing him to the Wolves a little bit, going to the biggest forwards as he goes on now straight away to Jorgensen. Jorgensen chased down by Smith, but it's a nice kick, finds Dennis. Mutsinzi gets another chance at it. His first kick wasn't his best, but he'll go back now. and have a shot on goal, 40 out, slide angle. Gone 3 minutes here on the McDonald's time clock.
Just an open 50, wasn't it, for the Dogs? Jorgensen's not someone you want the ball in the hands of in that opportunity, does he, Monty?
No,
he usually uses the ball pretty well, and he started all right, Dennis. Hopefully his second kick's better than his first.
Dennis with Tinsey on the way now. Set Salva home. Has he got the legs? It's straight enough. It's touched through. Minus score to Dennis. It's the first score of the day to the Bulldogs. 1 minus score to 0. Get the score with Magpies on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
Fraser Ellis with the kick-in duties. It's a ripper too. Finds Nick Richards. Gives it back to Ellis. Good follow-up work. He exits defensive 50 and kicks to a one-on-one. Laverty down there. Fraser Hollandine was held by Isaac O'Neill. Umpire says play on. Jorgensen was brought to ground. Driscoll working hard. Wilson, look at him weaving through traffic and fending off. Get it back, Matty. Jorgensen under pressure. Goes inside attacking 50. Oh, Johnson! A wonderful mark by Tommy Johnson. A Mawson's concrete mark of the day. The big fella got high, and he's going to line up 50 out directly in front.
I don't reckon Big Tommy's got that high for a few years, but I tell you what, he had the sit, perfect sit, and straight over the top of Jamie Anderson. He's got to go back there. Normally, a very, very nice kick is Tommy. I won't put the moz on him and say he's going to kick it, but I'd back him 9 times out of 10 from here.
What a mark that was from Tommy Johnson. This would be a really good start for the Dogs as well. Underman, we know that. He's directly in front. Great conditions. Kicked 3 goals against Yarrawonga a couple of weeks ago. Kick on the way is a good one. He loves it.
Never in doubt.
The Dogs have started well here at Martin Park. 1-1-7. Straight through the middle for the Wodonga Bulldogs. The Magpies yet to score. What's our 40-wing stat sheet telling us, Joel? All in favour of the Dogs.
Yeah, Panda, 4 inside 50s to 2. A couple of extra free kicks there as well. And Jorgensen's going at a possession a minute with 4 after 4 minutes.
What a start from Jorgensen. And we spoke about we don't want the ball in his hands if you're Wangaratta. And just another beautiful kick there. And Tommy Johnson goes back and makes no mistake. It's a great start for the Dogs. Exactly what they would have wanted 5 minutes into this game. As umpire Jason Rain now goes up in the middle. Driscoll, well, give that one to Knowles. Knowles wins that one. I think Porter's been held without in the years. That one's against Mathy. Porter now in through the middle of the ground. Gives to running Ellis, who then goes sideways to Grossman. Grossman gets one high. It's got to be down the field. The umpire put the whistle in the mouth. Doesn't matter anyway. Jesse Smith's taken the mark. And he'll go back and have a shot from about 28 straight in front. And he's a very nice kick, usually, Jesse.
Just good quick movement, wasn't it, Joel, then? And landing in the laps of Jesse Smith. And his last quarter last week was outstanding.
Really good high-quality ball use going inside 50 then too. If the pressure, even though it was a high contact, wasn't really phased and just hit it. Just a really good quality ball user.
As we said, the run-off half-back set this one up for the Magpies. That's what they'll want all day. Jesse Smith on the way now. On that right boot, puts it straight through the middle. Umpire does not move. First major for the Magpies. It's taken them 6 minutes, but that's what they wanted. It's 1-1-7 Wodonga, 1 straight. The Magpies on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
He's kicked 3 goals in, 7 or 8 minutes of footy. Now, Jesse Smith, if you count the 2 from last week, he's in good goal-kicking form, Mon.
You want to keep bringing that one up? Are you sure you're over it? I don't reckon you're over it yet.
I am neutral, and I tell you what.
Neutral, hang on.
He is in very, very good form.
That's like Gus McLeod saying that he doesn't follow Cora.
You're right.
Wow.
Ask Gus, and he doesn't. Ball back in the middle. Mason Ring throws that one up. Chris Knowles, good tap. On the scene there is Ross. His pressure was great last week. Back to Barrett, who looks like he's playing in the middle of the ground. Off a step. Charlie Nash sends a high one inside attacking 50. Juice!
Oh, there it is.
In front. Could be a day out for Juice on Connor Brodie. They go to him and they let him know about it, and Juice is going to line up directly in front pretty much from where Jesse Smith kicked his last one from.
Tell you what, this is dangerous signs, I think, for Jared Twitney's coaching staff. That's the 3rd footy that's gone towards Juice, and this one he's taken. The first 2 he didn't quite get there, but it's going to be a long day for Connor Brodie with the way they've obviously set Juice as the main target for today.
So Juice Newton kicked the 2 goals last week, and he makes no mistake now. So the Magpies, after letting the first one through to the keeper, they've hit back with 2 of their own. And they lead by 5 points. 12 plays 7 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. Joel, we've got 3 goals in 8 or so minutes. It's not bad footy.
It was, and it was stemming from a couple really good inside 50 work from some 3 clearances in a row for the Wangaratta Magpies, so they're really starting to get going in there.
Yeah, that's one thing they definitely have is some grunt in the middle. You see the likes of Porter, Barrett and Hewitt through there. And tell you what, Knowles has started really well too. We asked for that in the pre-game. He needs to have a big one today for the Magpies. as he does battle again with Driscoll. Give that one to Driscoll. Actually, no, call it a stalemate. Ball falls away of Yellen. Yellen gives it to Driscoll. Sideways to Bradshaw. Now he finds Wilson. Wilson weaves through some traffic and kicks it long inside 50. Oh, well read there. Tyler Norton, I'll tell you what, the Wangaratta Magpies love having him back in the side, and away go. Here they go through Paddy Naish.
Paddy Naish, quiet last week, but certainly not conditions for him. Kick was a bit of a mongrel out of defence. Sorochinsky intercepts for the Dogs in the hands of Driscoll. Lowers the eyes beautifully and finds Tommy Johnson, who's already kicked one, and he is definitely within goal-kicking range, Monty.
Yeah, I reckon this is right on his limit now. 3 or 4 years ago, he would have put this through goalpost high, but Johnson's looked dangerous already. He's moving quite well, losing his defender, so they're just going to have to tighten up a little bit because Tommy Johnson could be the guy that has a day out today and really hits the scoreboard hard.
If the entry is this clean inside forward 50, we're going to have a shootout today. It's been great footy to start. Tommy Johnson already kicked one. He'll kick from 50. 45-degree angle. It's a high one. I'm not sure he's got the distance. It's just fallen short, as Monty called, and it's through for a minor score. The Dogs 1-2-8. The Magpies 2 straight 12. And the game traffic and contracting scoreboard, we have played 9 minutes for Maccas in this opening term.
As you spoke about the clean ball movement, it's coming from the back half as well as Ellis now over to Norton. Norton's a nice little kick towards Knowles. No, it goes over the back. Tua's going to be the first on it. Takes on Jack Mayfield. Nice little handball forward to O'Keefe. He's under the pump straight away from Morrison. You're in a bit of trouble here, Will, I think. Umpire says no, we'll ball it up. True centre wing. It's good ball movement to that point, but just this fumble by Will O'Keefe there.
Went one-handed.
He did a little
really
bit.
want it.
I think he knew the pressure was coming. But he needs to be better than that, Will O'Keefe. Oh, well done there from Driscoll. Got up nice and high, wins the tap, goes and gets it. Cut off by Richards. Richards to Paddy Naish. Back towards Richards. That's Nick. Brother played okay last night for Collingwood. Nice little kick inside 50. Finds Fraser Hollandine. Hollandine gets it moving on quick. 1-on-1. Brody versus Newton. Newton too strong. Danger signs already. And Newton will go back now and have a shot on a 45-degree angle, about 25 out.
It was the kick, wasn't it, Joel? It favoured that leading side, that fat side of the ground for Michael Newton, and he was never dropping that.
It was a really good wheel the opposite direction, so that everything started pulling to his right, and then juice out the back in the fat side.
Newton now rolling in, set sail from 35, doesn't make a mistake, umpire does not move. Normie McClure puts the 2 fingers up. That's Juice's second. They are flying 3 straight here, the Magpies. 1-2-8, the Bulldogs on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. And we've gone about 10 minutes on the McDonald's time clock. What are some of those stats saying on the 40-wing stat sheet, Joel?
Yeah, both sides are playing very good attacking football with 5 inside 50s to Wangaratta, 6 to Wodonga. With that, there's been 3 marks inside 50 apiece, which is pretty good with both power forwards, Juice and Tommy Johnson having a couple each.
Yeah, so Juice with 2 in the opening term. He doesn't miss from 30 or 40 metres out directly. I mean, set shots.
He's gotten better, I reckon, over the last 3 or 4 years. He used to miss those ones and kick the ones from 50, but he's gotten way better.
He's so reliable in front of goal, is Juice Newton. There's a free kick here for a hold. I reckon it's going to go the way of the Dogs. He's going to come back here to Riley Gill. Cannot miss him with those bright green apple fluoro boots.
Said this a couple of times already. Another player that's getting better and better every senior game he plays, I feel.
It was really impressive in round 1 against Yarrawonga. He goes long inside 50. Johnson down there, 2 hands to it. Waitai Tua getting back in defence for the Magpies. Kicks to space. Good luck getting that one. And it trickles over the boundary line for a throw-in. 70 around from the Dogs' goal, who have had their chances in this opening term. 1-2-8 to the Magpies, 3 straight 18 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. We've gone around 12 minutes as the ball gets tossed back in.
Give that one to Driscoll again. He's providing a really good option in the middle. Just wrapped around. Going to have a repeat stoppage here. Ball up. 55 away from Wodonga's goals. They've got to try and convert if they're going to go inside 50 to be keep in touch here with the Magpies. Ball again. Just going to fumble around. I think we're going to have another ball up. Umpire Jason Train says, give it to me.
Around the grounds, Wang Mazda, Eddie Betts' watch has a goal for the Wangaratta Rovers early.
4,500 there.
And counting.
And counting. Perfect. That's exactly what they were after, the Rovers. There's the ball now. Still on the half-forward flank for Wodonga. Hasn't really moved too far. It's going to be the 3rd ball up in the space of about a 3-metre patch. So I'll tell you what, Panda, why don't you take it away thanks to Wangaratta Motor Group?
I'll do my best. Driscoll's got really high in a couple of ruck contests, which is what we want to see. Jorgensen hurried inside 50 for the Dogs. Murtinzi's down there. Kyle Winter-Irving went sideways with the hand pass to Gill, who was worried off the football. Jorgensen applies a forward 50 tackle, and we're going to have a ball up in front of the scoreboard here at Martin Park, the John Flower Oval. Les Cheesley side of the ground. McVeigh doing a bit of temporary ruck work for the Magpies. Naish in a bit of trouble now. He has to get rid of it.
Or
and he's been pinged for a sling tackle. And a free kick here to Paddy Naish. It's against Jorgensen. He just went on with a little bit too.
He's had to take him to ground. He probably gets holding the ball.
Exactly right. So Paddy Naish is called to play on and kicks to centre wing. It's a one-on-one. Charlie Naish looks like he's playing a little bit forward today, Monty, in an interesting move with Cal Moore out maybe.
I don't mind it at all. Just gives that extra connector. I think he'll play that side of the ground, Lavity this side, and then Juice deep in a bit of a V-type setup. So we have a throw-in. Right on half-forward flank here for the Bulldogs. Ball hasn't moved too far from this area for a little while. Oh, that's a good throw-in. It's gone over the back of both ruckmen. Jorgensen's onto it. Give him a handball right there to Yellen. Yellen backwards to Soroczynski. Goes sideways looking for Gill. Makes it well. He's going to have the kick now. He's about 75 from home. Looking for an option inside 50. Goes long and strong towards Winter Irving. Goes over the back of that and Grossman with a big fist. Finds its way, but it's Yellen who chops it off before it hits the boundary. Goes now to Naish. Naish with a nice little handball to Barrett. Gives a dangerous handball sideways to Richards, but they're away here, Wang. But it's a poor kick from Nick Richards. Out of bounds on the full. The free kick will go to Soroczynski on true centre wing.
It will indeed. So the Magpies with 3 early ones here. 3 straight 18 over the Dogs 1-2-8. We've played around 14 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Halfway stage of the opening term. Matty Wilson, ball in hand. Defensive wing. Plays on, wants to come aggressively in the middle of the ground, gets around the man on the mark, shovels it out wide. Here's a bit of run and play for the Wodonga Bulldogs. They go inside attacking 50 once again. Who's down there? No one can mark. McVeigh under pressure for the Magpies. Relieving kick is a high up and under one, but it's all Dogs and Greenhill. And game number 100 marks for the Dogs.
The captain of Wodonga goes inside 50 again. It's a big pack. Dennis is there for a nice little handball to Bradshaw. Now to Mathy. That's Jack around the body. Sets Salva home. It's going to fall short. Who's going to take it? Jorgensen goes back with a fly. Ball now just pops out. Here you go, the Magpies, and Tua takes a relieving mark. Plays on straight away. Goes short towards Montgomery. Gets over his head. Morrison chops it off for the Dogs. His kick inside 50 is a bit of a grubber. Yellen strong. Fends off one. Morrison from 35. Straight in front. Straight through the middle. Charlie Morrison. Big captain's goal there. Beautiful there. It's a steal line goal of the day and a Mawson's concrete play of the day from the captain coming from half back. That's his first goal. Wodonga's second. Takes them to 2-2-14. 3 straight Wangaratta on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard. We've gone nearly 16 minutes on the McDonald's time clock.
Well, it was a little bit quiet start from Charlie there. Not much intercepting going on, but some really good composure. Got the 1-2. A sneaky little goal there for a captain.
When was the last time Charlie kicked a sausage in the O&M, hey?
A little while, I reckon.
A long time. He loved it straight away. The fist was up, and he was running away with the celebration. A reliever there for the Dogs, who have to say have probably owned the territory, would you say, Joel, on the 40-wing stat sheet?
Yes, they've had 9 inside 50s to 5.
So a bit of reward for effort here.
Something Wang do, but they're very efficient with their inside 50s. They always seem to score.
They are indeed. Will O'Keefe knew the contact was coming. And we're going to ball up right back in the middle of the centre circle here at Martin Park. Splendid day for footy. Driscoll getting up high, owning the air at the moment. Great smother, second effort from your ruckman. Forces a one-on-one contest at half forward here for the Dogs. Diving on this footy was Montgomery. The laid in. Bradshaw fends off. Somehow found a hand pass. Hewitt slipped it out the back of the stoppage. Dogs go in through Johnson. Dennis Mutsinzi on debut is brought to ground. Ball up 45 around from the Dogs' goal. They've started well, Monty. Jared Twitter be happy.
Absolutely they have, and it's been set the tone in the middle by Big Driscoll, I feel. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. As Johnson wins that tap, McVeigh gets tackled, goes to ground. Gill, good pick up, but dispossessed. O'Keefe feeds it sideways. It's going to be chopped off by Brooks. No, O'Keefe goes back and gets it. Grossman now, just a rushed kick. Gets it towards that man, Morrison. Jeez, he's had a good 5 minutes of footy on the run from 55. Set sail towards the goal square. Oh, nearly the mark. Jet Cassidy went with the one hand. Just didn't quite take it on the second bite. Goes out of bounds and we'll have a throw in right next to the point post at the hospital end of the ground.
I reckon he had a case for his jumper being held a little bit there.
Might have.
Jet Cassidy.
Do you reckon Charlie's eyes lit up?
Absolutely. He wanted 2 in a minute, Big Charlie. Tommy Johnson taps it out the back of the stoppage here. Bradshaw, that was Will, jams it on the boot. Cassidy able to fight off the Norton contact, and he's marked on a very tight angle. He might run around here from about 10 metres, Jet Cassidy. Yeah, he's going to go back here and take a bit of time, and this would be a good start for the Dogs. So Jet Cassidy kicked a goal in each of his last 5 or 6 games after a little slow start. Will kick from a tight angle. Left foot snap is a good one. The Dogs have got 3 of their own, and they regain the lead. 3-2-20 to the Magpies, 3 straight 18 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard as we go to Joel Montgomery for 40 winks.
Yeah, we just saw Charlie Morrison coming off for a quick rest. Really good couple of minutes there, goal, and it could have been a goal assist if it got the luck their way. Wodonga really starting to get the reward for effort. 11 inside 50, still to 5, Wangaratta.
Tell you what, Robbie talks about Jet Cassidy like his own son, I think. And I tell you what, I'm starting to get with him. I'm really a big fan of the way this kid plays, and he's had to play a role this sort of last 5 or 6 weeks as a key forward, which is not him. He's a get-up-the-ground kid, but I tell you what, he keeps playing some really good footy. Ball back in the middle now. Hewitt dispossessed. Falls away over. Keith can't quite pick it up. Nick Richards super clean there. Great handball to Porter. Porter inside 50. It's going to find a bit of grass. Newton's out the back, takes it. Tackled straight away by Brody. We're going to have a ball up straight in front. 30 metres out from the Wangaratta goals. And I'll tell you what, they're under the pump, the Wodonga back line when it gets in there. It gets in there hot and quick as Juice wins that tap. Just gets over the top. Josh Matthew gets the hands free. Gives a handball away. Just finds grass again. Ball's just flinging around on the ground. Fraser Hollandine feeds it sideways towards Richards. Jesse Smith cuts that one off. Snaps around the body. Laverty in the goal line. He's getting his jumper held as well. Umpire says play on. Through for a minor score. That's their first blemish. Takes them to 3-1-19. Wodonga 3-2-20 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
Had a bit of a case there, did Xavier Laverty.
Big time.
Umpires at least letting it go.
As long as they're consistent.
Exactly right. So the Dogs by 1 point, 20-19. Look at that piercing kick out of defence from Noel Bradshaw. Brilliant. Finds Jorgensen. Look at the run from Bradshaw. He's running through the middle of the ground. He might get on the end of this. Mathy has it. Middle of Martin Park. Goes out wide. Far side of the ground. Here's Jake Bradshaw. All the Bradshaws linking up to Will. Where's Noah? Will goes inside attacking 50. Bit of a shallow entry. Run and jump there from Brooks. Good fist away for the Magpies defence. O'Neill tried to gain a bit of territory. Mathy on hands and knees. Hand passes under pressure. Falls the way of Ashton Brooks. And he misses. Golden opportunity goes begging for the Dogs. Should have finished that.
Had a bit more time.
He did. Minor score. They go to 3-3-21. The Magpies 3-1-19. It's the Dogs by 2 points for game traffic and contracting.
As here come the Magpies now. Fraser Ellis been given the kicking duties today. Probably free kick there. Yep, it's going to go the way of Ross. Probably there, just a little bit high. Against O'Neill. Ross now goes short. Finds Knowles. He's have a big day today. There's big Chris Knowles. Just looking down the line now. Goes short. No, he's going to go a bit longer. Heads towards the 50. Towards Juice. Good grab, Juice. Good. Got up there now. What's he going to do? He's got to get in there quick. 1-on-1 inside 50. Laverty's got no one. It's just a bit of a hope. And finds Barrett. It's a nice kick in the end. Cam Barrett just floating back in a hole. And he's got the distance, I feel, from here.
Yeah, it was an interesting kick from Juice because Laverty led too early to the pocket. Yep. And his opportunity was gone. But Cam Barrett sort of just floated into the hole. No one really picked him up. Juice is too clever. If you give him time and space, you'll always find a target.
He's looking on today, Juice. He's looking on today.
Looks ominous.
Dangerous signs already for Wodonga. They're going to have to do something there. As Barrett, he'll set sail from just outside 50. Let's go now. Just off to the right. Always look that way. Through for a minor score. Takes them to 3-2-20. Bulldogs 3-3-21. 1 point ball game here at Martin Park. Joel Montgomery.
Yeah, Cam probably could have straightened up on that goal there, Scotty. He's got such a nice long leg that wheel around probably wasn't necessary.
You're exactly right there, Joel. He kicked it where he ran to. Big Knowlesy couldn't bend down and grab it. Bradshaw, that was Will, was getting held. Umpire said play on. Mathy goes and lends a hand ball up. Far side, 75 around for the Magpies goal. 21 plays 20. 6 goals in 20-odd minutes here on O&M Live. It's a good start, a fast-flowing start. We hope you're enjoying the action here on 3&E and O&M Snap Print Solutions TV. Barrett just got one a little... He looks sore. He's grabbing his wrist or his finger. Here's Cam Barrett. Ross shovels it back to Grossman. Look at the pressure from the Dogs. They're hunting in numbers. Ashton Brooks tackles Grossman to the ground, and we are going to have a ball up centre wing, far side in front of the old scoreboard, Monty, for Wang Motor Group.
It's tossed up now. Knowles wins that one quite comfortably. Bounces off the chest of Barrett to Noah Bradshaw. Another clearance for him. Not a great kick inside 50. Out comes Montgomery. You're in a bit of trouble unless you get rid of it. Well done. Gives it to Jamie Anderson. Feeds it sideways. Paddy Naish. to have to do something now. Puts the burners down, and this goes. Let's get rid of this with a torpedo. He's been fouled downfield. He hit the target anyway. But McVeigh will play on with it. Through the middle of the ground goes Liam McVeigh to centre half forward. Fraser Holland through his hands. Barrett's there. Gets tackled straight away, but gets out of it. Gives a handball to Jesse Smith. Smith around the body. Inside 50 going deep. It's Newton versus Brodie on the goal line. Well done, Brodie. Knocks it through for a minor score. And that ties this game up at 21 apiece on the game travelling contracting scoreboard. And we've gone 23 and a half minutes on the Macca's time clock.
Good work there from Brodie just to rush that through off the goal line. Charlie Morrison's tackle was very good as well. Matt Wilson with the kick-in duties for the Dogs has been intercepted at half forward by Richards. Goes towards goal. Greenhill floats back for the Dogs. Takes a defensive mark in the goal square. They play on straight away. Here's Jorgensen. Look at that for a kick. Beautiful. Finds Noah Bradshaw, who's working as hard as anyone out on the ground. Relieving hand pass finds Yellen Cassidy. Picture perfect ball movement from one end to the other for the Wodonga Bulldogs, and Jet Cassidy will line up for goal number 2 in the opening term.
Thought it was a poor kick from Yellen coming in there, but Cassidy's body work was fantastic. Was just able to nudge his opponent off the line of the ball and just take the mark. And he just got all the tricks for a mid-sized forward, Jet Cassidy, and normally a nice shot on goal.
Jorgensen's kick back
absolutely
here.
Opened the game up.
Brilliant kick, and Cassidy will set shot from 45 out, slide angle, looks pretty good. Jet Cassidy's got 2. The Dogs are taking their chances. They got 4. 4-3-27. The Magpies 3-3-21. A very entertaining opening term. Joel Montgomery for 40 Winks.
Yeah, Jorgensen, some really great use off the half-back, which allowed Wodonga to actually have their 6th mark inside 50, off 15 inside 50 so far. So it's really effective work. He leads all comers along with Nick Richards on 8 disposals.
And we've gone 25 minutes on the Macca's time clock, so not long to go here. 1-goal game now. Great goal from Jet Cassidy. He's looked dangerous as well. Juice Newton at one end, Jet Cassidy at the other. 2 different types of players, but both having big effects on this game.
Last 3 goals, the Dogs.
All tossed up now. Jeez, Driscoll's been good in there so far. Noah Bradshaw, give him another clearance. Feeds it sideways, finds its way to Wilson. That's a bit of a dinky little kick, a little bit low for Driscoll. Drops it. Tua, white-eye Tua, gets moving, gives it to Hewitt. Hewitt's going to go inside 50 again towards Juice. Juice 1-on-1, too good, too strong. Michael Newton takes another mark inside 50. He's going to have a shot from about 40 out. Slightest of angles.
Once again, it was that kick to that fat side of the ground which enabled Juice to use his body work, and he looks on today. He might kick 6 or 7 if he gets this fast entry inside.
And that sort of delivery
50.
from guys like Harry Hewitt, absolutely fantastic. As Juice gets moving, sets sail, doesn't even look at it as it hits the boot. Straight through the middle for Juice Newton. That's his 3rd. That's Wang's 4. 4-3. 27 to 4 goals, 3-27 on the game traffic and contracting scoreboard.
Juice Newton, 3 marks inside 50 for 3 goals, guys. He's doing some really good body work against his defender.
Connor Brodie, I feel a little bit sorry for him because I think he's got beaten in one one-on-one contest mark, but on the other 2 occasions, the kicks have just been beautiful, and it's allowed Juice to get to work and use his body. So not doing much wrong. 8 goals in the opening term, 27 apiece. As the siren sounds here to wrap up what's been a great opening term here on 3&E's O&M Live. I hope you're enjoying the action at home or in your shed or wherever you're listening around the globe. Stay with us. Second quarter underway after this. It's quarter time here at Martin Park. The Dogs and the Pies, 27 apiece. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Clear.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Hope you're enjoying 3N's O&M Live, a really entertaining opening term here at Martin Park, the John Flower Oval, a ripping day for footy and netball right across the region. See scores level. The Dogs 4-3-27, the Magpies 4-3-27. Big Juice Newton's got 3 opening quarter goals. Jet Cassidy for the Dogs, Blake Pandaresco with you, Scotty Montgomery and Joel Montgomery, who's going to give us a big wrap-up of our 40-wing stats in that opening term.
Thanks, Panda. As you can tell, the stats are going to be actually pretty similar with a 27-27 scoreline there. Wodonga were struggling early in the midfield, where it was about 5 clearances to Wangaratta Magpies to 1. They started to square that up, and it's about 8 to 9 each. And then inside 50 count, Wodonga had 15 inside 50s, with 6 of those being resulting in marks. And for the Wangaratta Magpies, 11 of those ended up resulting into 5 marks, 3 of those to Juice Newton. So in terms of personal stats, Josh Mathy had a couple little spurts there, ended up with 5. Charlie Morrison probably had a little bit of a quiet start, ended up with 3 when they were all in the space of about 2 minutes. Jorgensen leads all comers with Noel Bradshaw on 6 and Jorgensen on 8. Paddy Naish and Cam Barrett 5 each for the Wangaratta Magpies. Charlie Naish a little bit of a quieter start with 2, and Nick Ridges leads the all-comers for Magpies on 8.
Charlie Naish, we've noticed as well, Monty, looks like he's playing a little bit more up the ground. Yeah. He's played across the wing and half back in the first 11 rounds, but with Kelmore out of the game with a laid out, it looks like they've thrown him forward a little bit.
Yeah, and also if Liam McVeigh having to play that second ruck role, I feel that he's normally that link player that Charlie Naish is probably playing today. But as we say that, I think he's going to walk to a wing now. So we have both Naish boys on the wing. And I think they link up so well because they defend so hard off that wing, especially the defensive wing. They get back and help out, and then they're the switch on the other side. So be interesting to see what they do now. Obviously, a few bangers getting moved around with Naish coming up onto a wing now. So I like to see that. He's a big runner, and he gives them good drive if he gets the footy through half back.
Cam Barrett playing in the middle of the ground as well. Attending centre bounces, which I don't mind seeing for the Wangaratta Magpies. You know how much of a damaging ball user he is, but in terms of our Cavalier Holmes quarters best, I think it has to be the two forwards.
Absolutely.
Jet Cassidy for the Dogs and Michael Newton, who's got great service for the Magpies.
Yeah, and I think Juice is nearly the best player on the ground at the moment. He's looked so damaging, and every time it's gone near him, he's looked really dangerous. Dropped the chest mark 15 metres out straight in front to start the day, but since then he hasn't dropped a thing. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do, whether they make a bit of a change. Yeah, it looks like that Charlie's gone back to him now. So that's something that the coaching staff's had to talk about it at quarter time. And I'm glad they didn't sit on it for another 10, 15 minutes where he could kick another 2 or 3. They've gone, nah, best defender goes to the best forward and the most damaging forward on the ground.
He just seemed to have a little bit too much of size and experience for the way the ball was coming in, and he was just getting to the drop much better.
They just got to slow the footy down through the middle of the ground, and then Juice doesn't get that sort of service.
Yep.
Best defender on the opposition's best attacker. That's what I like to see. Good coaching move by the Wodonga Bulldogs. And our second term for Jaco Wodonga is underway. Jorgensen trying to get a hand free. He's caught holding the ball. Great gang tackle by Richards and co. Porter in there as well. And Richards was called to play on, and then he slipped over. And now it's been turned over. The Dogs through Bradshaw go inside attacking 50. 1-on-1. Cassidy down there with Norton. Cassidy's got 2 opening quarter goals. Hand pass from Norton was poor. Here come the Dogs. Cassidy's hand pass looking for Gill was intercepted. The Magpies across half back through Tilly. Link up with Barrett. He's taken a bounce. 40 metres away from his own defensive line. Goes short with a nice kick. Here's Grossman. Far side of the ground. Kicks out really wide. 1-on-1 here between Andrews and also McVeigh, who's grabbed Andrews high. A free kick against Liam McVeigh and a free kick here to the Wodonga Bulldogs. In their own defensive half, Andrews plays on. Aggressive kick to the middle of the ground. It does come off to Will Bradshaw.
Bradshaw plays on straight away to Driscoll. Driscoll gets confronted, and now the kick gets put off by that. Finds Morrison in the end. It's come nice and wide. Charlie Morrison takes his second bounce. What's he going to do from centre wing? He goes deep, looking for a Bradshaw, and it's going to be out of bounds on the full. Even though he took the mark, it's going to be a free kick to the Magpies, and Grossman going to have it from half back here. What's Mason doing? It's clearly out of bounds on the full, Mason. Just give it back to Grossi, mate.
He knows, Kate.
Just give it back.
He knows Memo's there with the camera.
Memo's on him. Yeah. Look at the umpire come from 150 metres away. The right decision's been made, but it just took a little bit too long for mine, I think, Panda. And Matty Grossman now. He's going to kick it long and down the line. Heading towards Knowles. Knowles gets to the front and takes the grab. Good grab, Knowles. He needed that. Goes inside now, looks for Richards. Richards takes it and can go. He's got plenty of space. Keep running, Nick. Nick goes inside 50 for a floater. It's not a great one, and Morrison cuts it off. He's going to get the Dogs going, but he's tackled straight away. Well done, McVeigh. Finds his way to Driscoll. Driscoll just takes the tackle. And the pressure from there from Liam McVeigh was fantastic. Didn't let Wodonga get out.
Juice not happy with the delivery inside forward 50 there from Richards, who was out, and all he had to do was hit him up. He would have had his 4th goal, Juice. Here's O'Neill over the football. Hand pass found Yellen, back to Mathy, who squeezes out a little bit of a side mongrel kick. It's going to land the way of Jorgensen. First there, Barrett chases him. Jorgensen's kick's a good one. Cassidy with the Dukes. Not paid the mark. Dennis Mutsinzi on debut. He's been pretty clean. Hand passes to Cassidy, goes inboard to Yellen, back to Cassidy, who breaks away from the Barrett tackle. Streams to 60. Bit of an open goal, and it's not a great kick. Harry Smart in defence for the Magpies. Punches it over the boundary line. It's going to be thrown back in 5 metres around from the Dogs' goal. Once again, inside 50 for the Dogs. And it's going to be thrown back in. 27 apiece still. We've played 3 minutes in this second term for Jaco Wodonga.
Tossed in, Knowles and Johnson. Give that one to Johnson. Finds Bradshaw. Noah Bradshaw on the left around the body. Thank you very much, Noah. Steel line goal today. Gets the Dogs another one. Puts them on the board. That's their 5th. They are flying at the moment when they're inside 50 and get it deep. Noah Bradshaw has had plenty of it. And the score now, 5-3, 33 to 4-3, 27 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. We've gone 3.5 minutes on the Macca's time clock in this second quarter.
Really good sidestep from Bradshaw there, just exploding away, and a little sneaky left footer.
It was brilliant. He's been fantastic, especially from stoppage and clearance for the Wodonga Bulldogs. You talk to anyone there at Martin Park and they just talk about how impressive Noah Bradshaw is and the season he's putting together. He's been in the best every single week as we get brought some wonderful sandwiches by the team here at the Wodonga Bulldogs. How good is that?
They look after us.
They do indeed. So the Dogs regain the lead, 33-27. Bradshaw's brought his own footy. Grossman intercepts on the far side here at Martin Park, bathed in sunshine. Great to see. Grossman's been called to play on. Has to go safe. Down the line. McVeigh overran the football. It's fisted over the boundary line as we go to Joel Montgomery. Just Noel Bradshaw's first quarter and a bit, please.
He had 6 touches first quarter. He's on 2 already, including that really good goal there, breaking from the stoppage.
He could end up with 25-30, I feel, today. He's got one of those games in him where he could just really break a game open with his clearance work. It's been electric so far to start this game. As the ball gets tossed in, it's not a great one. Knowles takes it out of the ruck, tackled straight away by Driscoll, and he's going to be pinged. That's stiff, I reckon, Knowlesy. Very stiff, but Driscoll get the free kick. Just left us true centre wing here on the Les Cheesley side. This Driscoll's Matthews is going to jog it back and try and wrap around for a handball receive. I feel, yep, and he does. Joshy Matthew now goes short. Nice little kick, finds Greenhill. Greenhill gets cut off straight away. Needs to find an option. He's told to play on by the umpire. Confronted by O'Keefe, but goes sideways and finds a target. Goes short, and it was to number 20, who I don't have a number 20 on my...
I think it's Reichman on debut. It is.
Reichman. He's done well there. He's changed his number. Ball now the Dogs. True centre wing. Coming back through the middle is Brodie. It's a nice kick in. He finds himself because I got the wrong one first. Anyway, Josh Mathy gets moving. Dennis, he's been lively. Just got to be this one. No, Paddy Nash too good. He chops it off and he's got a bit of room to move. Kicks it around the body there. It's a nice kick in front of McVeigh, and here go the Wang Magpies.
They do. McVeigh's snap around the corner is going to land in the lap of Juice, who just has to take the tackle at half forward from Morrison. He does. And it's 60 around from the Magpies goal. Ball up. Moved the footy pretty good down the broadcast wing here at Martin Park. 1 goal in this second term to the way of the Dogs. It's Noah Bradshaw as Richards roves it beautifully, kicks from 50 and kicks a steer line goal today. Something from nothing from Nick Richards, showing some beautiful class, a wonderful finish. And the Magpies answer back, 5-3-33 apiece here in this second term for Jaco or Wodonga. What about that one from Nick Richards, Joel?
Really good start to the quarter here for Nick Richards. That's his 4th disposal, going along with his 8 in the first quarter. And just some class, just like what we've seen with him and his brother for many years by foot.
Yeah, Nick Richards, he's had a good game too. He started really well here. Both midfields are really getting on top. They just need to make sure that when they go inside 50, they're converting. And that's exactly what Wangaratta are doing at the moment. Have another ball up, and Knowles and Driscoll. Been a good battle so far. We just give the points to Knowles. He just. As they get up now, Knowles gets that tap down. Goes away with Porter. Feeds it backwards towards Hewitt. He's got to get there first. Feeds it sideways. Under the pump straight away of the Wangaratta Magpies. A bit fumbly. Here comes Yallen. He's super clean. Nice handball to Brooks. Brooks gets nailed straight away, but it come out to Noah Bradshaw. Bradshaw gives it to Gill inside 50. Gets it on the boot quickly. Cassidy super clean. Top of the goal square. Good handball. Jake Bradshaw. Goal! Goal for goal here at Martin Park. That's a Mawson's concrete player of the day by the Wodonga Bulldogs. That's their 6th. Takes them to 6-3. 39. 5-3. 33, the Wangaratta Magpies on the CMB truck and bus scoreboard. And we've gone about 12 minutes here on the Macca's time clock.
What about that finish from Jake Bradshaw? What about the pick-up from Jet Cassidy? That was sensational. It was a half volley. Was able to find the hand pass. Super clean, Joel, and the Dogs get one back.
Really good composure there. A lot of forwards they might try and do a little swoop around, have a little kick themselves, but really good composure, and a little Boonano on the left.
He brought his teammate into play, and Jared Twitt would love that, the coach of the Wodonga Bulldogs. Back in the middle, Porter off a step. It's going to be marked here in defence by Matt Wilson. His numbers for 40 winks, Joel Montgomery.
Matty Wilson, he's been a little bit more quiet. He's only had the 5 disposals.
Here's Morrison. Exits defence, finds Greenhill. Broadcast side. Kick hangs a while up in the air, and it's been turned over poorly. It's been marked by Paddy Nace for the Magpies, who wheels around. Kick also cut off at half forward by Adam Jorgensen, working very hard defensively for the Wodonga Bulldogs. He goes short. This is Will Bradshaw. Half-back comes out wide, finds a man who has just exerted his physical presence on this one, Big Michael Driscoll. He's got it on the broadcast wing.
Driscoll been fantastic today in the ruck. Goes long down the line, looking for Wilson. Look at that work rate from Wilson to get forward. Falls away to Norton. Now Richards for the Magpies. Gets moving off half back, and it's a kick towards McVeigh. Well done, Jorgensen. No, he's going to ping him in the back. I thought it was great body work. Umpire said no, pushed him. Bit stiff there, Adam. And McVeigh get on true centre wing. He's going for a dangerous kick through the middle, looking for Naish. The ball's not a great one. Chopped off by Richmond. Now it's Brooks. Brooks goes inside 50. Jamie Anderson's going to get back there for the Magpies and mop it up. Handballs backwards to Tilly. He's going to find McVeigh with a relieving kick.
McVeigh in his own D50 for the Magpies. 39 plays 33, Dogs lead. McVeigh just chips it out wide to Fraser Ellis. Aggressively comes in board, lands in front of Hewitt, who's got a bit of work to do now. Hand passes to himself, tackle slipped and somehow broke away from the tackle. Comes out wide. It's been marked here by Fraser Hollandine, who calmly just gets up slowly, just takes a little bit of time off the clock. This is right in front of our effects mic here. You can hear it on O&M Snap Print Solutions TV and 3&E. Disappointing kick from Fraser Hollandine. It's been chopped off by Michael Driscoll, who for mine is one of the best 3 or 4 players in the ground. Monty finds Bradshaw. This is Jake.
And a nice running handball to Greenhill. Greenhill now to Mathy. Free kick. The umpire says play on. No, he's going to bring it back now. It's going to be a free kick to Ollie Greenhill. For too high. So it just gives Wangaratta a chance to get behind the footy here defensively. Greenhill's got it right on the paint of the centre square. Gives it to a running Wilson. Wilson to Brody. Back to Wilson.
Good shepherd.
Wilson now is going to drive it deep inside 50. Looking for Cassidy. Oh, well done there. Montgomery gets across. Cuts it off. We're going to have a throw in 5 metres away from the point post.
We'll go around the grounds for Wang Mazda. Lavington back in front of Albury, 38-36 in our 2AY broadcast game. The Rovers up 51-6 over the Wodonga Raiders.
That's a good start there from Wangaratta Rovers and Eddie Betts as Tommy Johnson gets that tap. Mathy gives it to his brother and Jack. Jack gives it across to Will Bradshaw. Nice bit of candy. Oh, hit the wrong side of the ball, did Will. The ball's going to stay in. First there's Cassidy. Feeds it backwards. Soroczynski around the body with a nice snap from about 40 out. It's going to fall short. Nathan Tilley's going to take the mark right on the goal line and get it moving straight away to Paddy Naish.
He certainly is. How many for Paddy Naish, Joel?
Paddy Naish is on his 3rd disposal for this quarter, 8 in total.
Look at that kick too. Barrett links up by hand to Norton. Kicks to half forward. 1-on-1. Fraser Hollandine out the back. Aaron Richmond got the match up on him, and he gets the claps from his bench down below us. On debut is Aaron Richmond. Also Dennis Mutsinzi out there for the Dogs. They've been hammered by injury, but it gives opportunity to youngsters, and both of those two will be relishing their opportunity here, playing for the Dogs against the Magpies in a big crunch round 12 SS&A Ovens and Murray game. So 39-36, high scoring encounter, 11 minutes played for Maccas. A shallow throw in. Here come the Dogs. Bradshaw right him down for another 40 winks. Kicks to half forward, 1-on-1. Pointer Irving.
Oh, well done.
Just out-muscled there by Jamie Anderson, who marks for the Magpies. He comes in board to Norton.
He's been massive since he's been back, Jamie Anderson. Going to be unbelievable when they get Michael Boarding on this side as well. Their back six is going to be very, very strong. As Norton gets called to play on from half back. Drives it towards centre wing, towards Knowles. Over the top of Soroczynski, good spoil. Handball inside now to Richards. Goes to Montgomery. What's he going to do? He dodges and weaves. There's another pump now. Gives it back to Richards. Richards gets tackled out as he kicks, but he finds a target. Charlie Naish, is it? That might be Jesse Smith, sorry.
It is.
Smith called to play on. Goes down the line towards half forward. It's a nice kick. It's a great kick. Finds Grossman. Grossman want to get it moving in quick. A lot of one-on-ones inside 50. Goes towards Juice on a lead. Coming past Morrison, but Juice is too good with the body work. Takes the mark from behind Morrison, and he's going to go back. And tell you what, I reckon he's about an 85% chance from this sort of position for Juice.
He's in front of the scoreboard, so it's a hard kick, but he was actually caught out the back of that contest, but just pushed Morrison out of the way. It was pretty easy in the end, and this will be goal number 4 if he can dob this one.
Set sail from 45 will Juice. Tied on the boundary. Wrong side for the right footer. Oh. But he likes it. No, just a little bit narrow. Through for a minor score. Takes them to 5-4-34. The Bulldogs 6-3-39 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
We've played a tad over 13 minutes here in this second term for Jayco Albury Wodonga. Morrison rebounding off half back. They might have the outnumber here. Brooks is marked on the far side. He plays on straight away. No one inside attacking 50. Really poor kicking at Falcon Norton. It was a grubber. Wouldn't like to be his schnoz. Gives it back to Jorgensen. Left foot kick inside attacking 50. One-on-ones everywhere. Jack Mathy down there. Only one home for the Dogs. Spills out the back here to Anderson, who calmly kicks across goals. Finds Tilly. His kick's a shocker. Asks a lot of Pat Nace, but he's up to the task. Relieving handball finds Hewitt, and he comes out wide here to Liam McVeigh on centre wing.
McVeigh on that left foot. Just kicks a stinky little one down the line. Oh, Reachman, just a little bit of a fumble. Goes backwards now to Driscoll. Driscoll dodging and weaving. Handball umpire says it's out of bounds. Nelson, coming from about 60 metres away. There was an umpire about 2 metres away there, Panda. He said it was in, but
he's confident, man, Nelson.
It's always one of the better ones. Our man Nelson. Toss it in right in front of the Wodonga bench. It's a nice throw in too. Driscoll and McVeigh go at it. Oh, well done, Porter. Just wanted that ball. Willed it. Gives it backwards to Nash, who gets it on the boot. No one home for the Magpies, and Ollie Greenhill will take the uncontested mark and get it moving for the Dogs to Wilson.
Matt Wilson marks in the middle of Martin Park. Shrugs off Will O'Keefe. Kicks a bit of a mongrel inside attacking 50. Johnson down there against Anderson. Working hard here as Montgomery was tackled without of the footy. Here comes Ashton Brooks on his left foot. Kicks to space. Jorgensen. The outreaching arms. Marks in the pocket. Adam Jorgensen. It was a smart kick from Brooks. He can go back and put the Dogs 11 points up.
Jorgensen's been fantastic to start this game. He's been very dangerous in the middle of the ground, and then he's just roaming forward. A couple of times he's been out, and they just haven't been able to spot him, but this time Brooks was able to find him, and he'll go back normally a very neat kick.
I feel like Matty Wilson has really lifted in this second term as well. Run and carry through the middle of the ground. It's been electric. So this would give the Dogs just a mini break. He'll kick from 35 metres on a pretty tight angle here, Adam Jorgensen. Drop punt is on the way. It's beautiful. He's up and about. Reward for effort for the Dogs. They get their 7th. 7-3-42. They lead the Wangaratta Magpies by 11 points in this one. On O&M Live, CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard as we go to Joel Montgomery for 40 winks.
Matty Wilson just came off he shook his head a couple of times and swore. I'm hoping it's just a bit of fatigue because he just had 3 or 4 touches in the last 5 minutes. He's moved to 4 touches for the quarter. So hopefully there's nothing too wrong there and it's just a little bit tired.
Well, he was carrying an ankle injury a couple of weeks ago against Myrtleford. So hopefully that isn't it.
Yeah, he had a fitness test before last week's game as Mathy gets the centre clearance for the Dogs. Heads towards Johnson! Mawson's concrete mark of the day, Tommy Johnson. Shades of his prime there, big Tommy. And he'll go back and have a shot on goal. About 45 out, slightest of angles at the Pierce Street end of the ground.
Just a good centre clearance once again. Driscoll, I feel like he has really set himself for a big one today, Monty. He knows he's up against Chris Knowles. He doesn't like playing ruck. He's an undersized ruck, but he's gone, you know what? That might be the case, but I'm going to give everything out here today, and you can really see he's trying his heart out.
Yeah, especially when the second ruckman goes in there. He's really asserting some dominance, as McVeigh was in there for that one. There's Johnson. Will set sail from 40. On that trusty left boot, Tommy Johnson, he likes it, he loves it. Straight through the middle. Norman McClure is going to get sunburnt nostrils. Takes them to 8-3-51, 5-4-34. The Magpies on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. What a mark and goal there, Tommy Johnson. Exactly what Wodonga needed. Just really starting to kick away here now, the Bulldogs. That makes it a 17-point ball game.
He's been brilliant. Tommy Johnson in attack. They've just been clean. Really good entries inside attacking 50, and this is exactly what Jared Twitt, the response he's after. Good to see Joel Matty Wilson back out there, a half-back as well for the Dogs.
Yeah, he's looking like he was moving all right. I think it was just a little tweak on that ankle when he had that centre disposal before.
7 of the last 9 goals, the Wodonga Bulldogs, and here they come again through Josh Mathy. Kicks to half forward. Big one-on-one contest there. First back for the Magpies is Naish. Feigns the hand pass, kick to the wings, a good one. Finds Charlie Ross, almost 50 against Isaac O'Neill. Had to be careful on the mark. Comes in forward, finds Barrett, who goes out wide. They've switched this beautifully, the Magpies. Here's Tilly, likes an option at half forward. It's the hard-running Grossman. Has an option inboard, he ignores that. It was Tua. Likes something better inside attacking 50. Kicks it up towards Smith. Run and jump at it. Porter at ground level. Gives it to Smith. Kick. Bit of a tumbler. Looking for the outreaching arms of Noel. Soroczynski working hard for the Dogs. He gives it back to Greenhill. Kicks down the wing. 1-on-1 there between Winter Irving and Anderson. goes over the back of both of those. Ellis comes in board for the Magpies, and here's Barrett, where it was about 30 seconds ago, Monty.
Barrett's moved back to half-back. Goes now inboard to Porter. Porter goes sideways. It's not a bad kick. Grossman sets sail towards the top of the goal square. No one's there. Who's the first to meet there? No one really wants it. Morrison clean. Gives a handball sideways to Yellen. Yellen now to Sorochinsky. Sorochinsky finds one down the line. It's Gill. Oh, well done, Harry Smart. Nice fist on that one. Gets it out of bounds. And breaks up the play from the Bulldogs. How's those 40-wing stats looking, Joel?
Charlie Morrison with his 5th disposal for the quarter. Josh Mathy has had 6 himself, as well as Nick Richardson, Paddy Nash.
Getting busy in the middle of the ground. The Wodonga Bulldogs. Here's Mathy again. Wonderful clearance.
Stepped up.
He has indeed. Hand pass it to Jake Bradshaw. They kicked a goal in this second term. They've kicked 4 goals to 1, the Dogs. Good kick to half forward. Cassidy wasn't able to mark. Tua goes in there. Gets it back. Kicks a good one. Finds 50. Grossman. Is that 50? It's not. Against Reachman, who was against Andrews, who shoved him after he marked it.
Get back to him.
Here's Montgomery. The laid in for Cal Moore. Goes short to Matt Grossman. Edge of the square. Far side here at Martin Park. 51 plays 34. We've played 19 minutes for Maccas. Good work, Charlie Morrison, who got to the front of Juice Newton. Wilson does well. Links up with Jorgensen, his former housemate, who Jorgensen handballs out wide here to Andrews. Left foot kick, goes down the wing, looking for Kyle Winter-Irving, just bounces in front of him. The ball spills over the boundary line in front of the old scoreboard. Centre wing, far side. The Dogs by 17 points as we go to Joel Montgomery for 40 winks.
There has been 9 inside 50s to Wodonga and 8 to the Magpies. So still some really good attacking football by both sides here.
Ball gets tossed in now. Tommy Johnson in the ruck for the Dogs. Gets over the back. Knowles does the roving off that contest. Ball just flings around. Porter, nice little handball to Smith, who's really starting to get busy. Goes inside 50 for that left boot. Bounces in front of Morrison. Not a nice bounce. Pressure there from Newton. Ball sideways. Greenhill, nice little kick around the body. It's going to be chopped off. Could have been a free kick to Ross. Umpire says no. And now we'll have a throw in. Around 40 away.
Around the grounds for Wang Mazda. Yarrawonga 30 to Myrtleford 17. Albury 50 to Lavington 38. North Albury 56 to Corrutherglen 25. And the Rovers 67 to the Raiders 6.
Love seeing that from the Rovers. That's what they need to do to the sides that are down the bottom. Really put them away, in my opinion. Ball going to get tossed in right in front of the scoreboard. Newton versus Driscoll. Driscoll gets absolutely nailed there by Smith. And we're going to have another throw up right in the same spot. Jesse Smith went over there and said, I didn't mean that, sorry, Driz. Don't get me back. I think he's want to mean what he said.
Because he's a lot bigger than him. Ball up. Inside attacking 50 for the Magpies. Mathy getting really busy. Out to Bradshaw. Steps around a couple of tacklers. Good kick. Looking for Gill. Good contest between him and Hewitt. Mutsinzi on debut. Gives it to Will Bradshaw. Here's the run and gun, which we've seen from the Dogs. Open attacking 50 here for the Dogs. Shallow entry. Not a great one. Wide tied tour. And Norton put each other under the hammer. A good tackle from Jake Bradshaw. And he's been rewarded. It's a free kick here to the Wodonga Bulldogs and Jake Bradshaw, and he can line up here from 52, 53 metres directly in front pretty much for the Dogs.
Here's a nice kick of the footy too, Jake. I reckon he goes back and tries to get that little bit of an arc. Set Salva home. We know the 50s here at Wodonga aren't quite 50, I don't think. So I reckon he's every chance to get in the distance.
Found his way into the senior lineup a few weeks ago against Yarrawonga. Kick's not going to make the distance from 50. In fact, it makes a distance, but it hits the point post out of bounds on the full. Not a great effort there from Jake. No score. So 51 plays 34. CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. 22 minutes played for Maccas in this second term here. Blake Panderescott with you and Scotty Montgomery for Wang Motor Group.
Ball's in the back pocket. Ellis. What's he going to do with it for the Magpies? He's going to go long. Looking for a target. Grossman in the middle of the pack. Gets out of the back. Greenhill. Bounces around a little bit. Driscoll now. Gives a handball backwards. Laverty gets fed the dummy and he's taking it. Goes inboard now. Wilson. He's been damaging in this quarter. Handball sideways to Mathy. That's little Jack. Not a great kick from Jack. Goes now to the pocket. Who's going to be the first there to pick it up and be clean? It's going to be Norton. No, it's Barrett. Barrett's clean to Hewitt. Hewitt around the body. Just a bouncing ball out the bend under the punt. The Magpies. Driscoll a little bit too slow. Fraser Hollandeans chased him down, and surely that's holding the footy.
Would have thought.
Took a couple of steps. Yeah, absolutely. But the umpire says, nope, give it to me. We'll have a ball up right on the paint of the 50 arc at the Wodonga end of the ground.
I feel like the Dogs don't want to let one slip here and take a nice little buffer into half-time. Waitaitua in defence for the Magpies. Kicks it to centre wing. Good body work early there from Andrews. Wasn't able to mark on McVeigh. Working hard here was Greenhill in his 100th game, a senior footy. Grossman got one high. Won the footy down low. He's been really important in this second term as Matty Grossman. Goes out wide. Finds Waitaitua. Centre wing. Wants to get on with it pretty quickly. Kicks it down the line. Charlie Ross leads into a bit of space and marks. The youngster for the Wang Magpies is called to play on. Comes inboard. Oh, it's not a great kick. Puts Grossman under pressure. They converge over him. The Dogs force a turnover. Yellen's there. Went without the football. Grossman there as well. And we're going to have a ball up. In fact, it's a free kick to the Magpies in the back. It's going to go the way of Cam Barrett against Jack Yelland. Still a 17-point margin in this one. 51-34. The Dogs lead.
Barrett been a little bit quiet today. Goes short. Nice kick, finds Smith. Jesse Smith, call it 80 away from home. Gives a handball to the running Barrett. Barrett just sets sail. It's not the best kick. It's going to go wide. Too wide, is it? Yes, out of bounds on the full. And Wodonga will recharge here. They'll be a lot better with their inside 50s. Back to what they were in the first quarter.
Literally just about to say the exact same thing, Monty. Why they were able to kick 4 goals and Juice kicked 3 in the first term, because their entries was so much cleaner. It's just been high, bombed in long, not giving any of their forwards a chance.
I think the midfield of Wodonga have really put the midfield of Wangaratta on the pump when they're moving inside 50, and that's really just hurt their use of footy. As the ball now is on the half-back flank for the Magpies. Wilson. Nice little chip kick over the top to Bradshaw.
This is the best game I've seen Will Bradshaw play.
He's been great, hasn't he? Now gives it back to Wilson. Wilson now on the move. Goes short. It's a poor kick. It's turned over, and Tua have it true centre wing for the Wangaratta Magpies.
Need a late one here. 25 gone, second term for Maccas. 51-34. It's been a 4-goal to 1 quarter in favour of the Wodonga Bulldogs, who have come to play. They know their season's on the line. They find themselves outside the top 5. McVeigh wheels around on that trusty left foot. Kicks to half forward. Greenhill does well just to evade a few tacklers. Hand pass it backwards. Andrews, and you're going to see the Dogs try and switch the footy here. Morrison. Jack Mathy. Broadcast pocket. Plays on straight away. Goes short to Noah Bradshaw. Made hard work of it, but he juggles it. Half back. In front of the can bar here at Martin Park. It's a dangerous kick across goals. He puts Morrison under pressure. Grossman forces a great contest. Bradshaw knows that he stuffed up there, and we've got a boundary throw in, 15 around for the Magpies goal. And if they're to get back in this ball game, Scotty, that's the stuff we need to see.
Absolutely, and just Grossman, he reads the game so well. This time of the game, they've just got to handle the footy a little bit better with Wodonga and kill the quarter, because it's nearly done. 27 gone on the Maccas time clock. Mathy, great little handball there to Bradshaw. It's taken high and shrugs one off. It's umpire says play on to Jorgensen. Back to Noah Bradshaw. He's going to kick the space for Dennis. He says, go Dennis, run! You're on debut, you should have legs. Tilly does well, gets across. It's a massive outnumber, but they've done well, the Dogs. Soroczynski comes in late, gives a nice little handball. There goes the siren. Been a great half of footy for the Bulldogs. They're 8-3-51. The Magpies 5-4-34. So a nice 17-point lead. I reckon Jared Twitt will be ecstatic with the way his team responded in that second quarter, Panda.
4-goal to 1, second term. They've kicked 7 of the last 9 goals after Juice Newton put the Magpies 10 points up. They've certainly come to play. They know there's lots to play for here in round 12 to keep their season alive. Stay with us. Our halftime show for Maccas on the other side of this. The Dogs by 17, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back here to Martin Park in Wodonga. Kids out on the ground kicking the footy. The sun's shining. And it's very happy change rooms if you're a Wodonga Bulldogs fan, because they have certainly come to play here at Martin Park. We know they're undermanned, they're injury riddled, but they are proving to be a thorn in Ben Reid's side at the moment. The Wangaratta Magpies 5-4-34 trail the Wodonga Bulldogs 8-3-51. Blake Panderescott with you, Scotty Montgomery, Joel Montgomery as well. I reckon Jared Twitt, if you would have given him this scoreline at halftime, would have said, "Where do I shake your hand?" He would have been so happy. They've come out with an intent. I feel it started with Michael Driscoll in the ruck, and it seems as if it's carrying through their whole lineup today.
Yeah, he's given them a really good start there. And I think we spoke about it a couple of times. I thought Knowles was really good early too, but I think he's died out of it a little bit. And Driscoll's really not coming off the ground. So when McVeigh goes in there as the second ruckman, he's absolutely tearing it apart, Driscoll, and he's given him first use. And we saw a couple of the goals straight from centre clearance when Mayfield just groved it beautifully and got him deep inside 50. It just shows how damaging it can be when you've got a ruckman that can win a tap to a midfielder who can get moving like that.
Absolutely. We'll go through some of the goal kickers as well here at half time. It's been a very entertaining game so far. It was 27 apiece at quarter time, and the Dogs now lead by 17 points after a 4-goal-to-1 second term. 2 goals to Tommy Johnson, 2 goals to Jet Cassidy, and then singles to Noah Bradshaw, Adam Jorgensen, and also Charlie Morrison, which was fantastic. Well, for the Wangaratta Magpies, it was 3 to Juice Newton, a goal to Nick Richards, and also a goal to Jesse Smith. I'm smashing down a few of these sandwiches that were brought up by the Wodonga Bulldog staff, which is great to see. What's the 40-wing stat sheet showing us, Joel Montgomery, for that first half?
Yeah, you can really see when you're looking at the clearance rate here that Wodonga started to step that up, particularly from Josh Mathy there. He ended up with 9 disposals for the quarter, and there was 11 clearances to Wodonga themselves. Charlie Morrison and Matty Wilson off half-back were really stepping up, 8 touches apiece, and a lot of half-back drive into that forward 50 was stemming from them. Jorgensen again was consistent, as well as Bradshaw with 7 and 8 individually. So you can see the Wodonga midfield and their half-back that we were talking about before the game creating that defensive pressure where the inside 50s were still coming for Wangaratta, but they went from 5 marks inside 50 to 2, and they were 2 wide ones. So the quality of ball use going inside 50 was depleted from Wangaratta's point of view.
I feel like the Dogs midfield really got on top in that second quarter, didn't they, Monty? With Matty Wilson, I thought he played a little bit more off half-back, but I mean, sometimes we saw him in half-forward. His work rate was just outstanding. Josh Mathy, and I reckon they've got on top. Noah Bradshaw was outstanding. They've really got on top in this game.
Yeah, absolutely they have. I think the way they're defending the middle of the ground, they're not allowing Wang to just use the footy going back through there, which means they can't set up where they want to like they did in the first quarter. They're able to just break centre basically through the middle of the ground and then just get wherever they wanted inside 50, wherever the juice was leading to. But then the second quarter, they defended the ground a bit better, did Wodonga, so it kept them nice and wide. Wang, and they were able to defend to the boundary then, and it made it a lot harder for Juice's leading lanes. They were all basically wide, and he took a nice grab and nearly kicked that goal from the pocket, which would have been a really nice touch for him. But other than that, it wasn't a lot to write home from. Only the one goal in the second quarter, and it was Nick Richards from a stoppage basically. So they're going to have to find a way to get the ball back through the middle of the ground a little bit more. Maybe Paddy Nash needs to maybe just come through the middle a bit more rather than being out wide on the wing, because it feels like all his touches are really, really wide today, and he hasn't gone back through the middle as much as what we've seen usually.
I feel like it's Nick Richardson. That's really it for the Wangaratta Magpies, especially in that second quarter, Joel. I mean, you'll bring up his numbers in a second, but he seems to be playing a little bit of a lone hand in that Wangaratta Magpies midfield.
Yeah, he's had 14 for the game. He's had 8 in the first quarter, 6 in the second quarter. He probably died out a little bit probably the last 10 minutes of that second quarter, but he had 5 in the first 10 of 15, so he was probably... and kicked the goal, as Scotty mentioned there. So he was really high quality. The other guys are still getting possession. So Paddy Nash and Cam Barrett had 6 apiece, but the quality of their use was probably not as good. I know we're not taking Grossman's possessions either, but there was a lot of times he was getting it between half-back and the wing, and you could see he was getting it really well, but the ball use going inside 50 and finding a target was not what we would see of that kind of calibre.
I feel like, Scotty, they need another charger in there. We know that they're lacking Federico and Melville and Sharif, but they're not getting them back anytime soon. So this is where they need somebody to really step up. Who would you like to see? We saw Cam Barrett start in there. He went to half-back a little bit more in that second term, but who do you think you'd like to see maybe given an opportunity in the guts?
Yeah, I just want to see Harry Hewitt step up, to be honest. I think he's running through there, but I feel he's been a little bit quiet today. I think that when he gets his hands on the footy, he's a very nice user, but just not doing enough for me at the moment. I think his work rate's got to really lift. Maybe it's a guy like Harry Smart or someone like that with a bit of leg speed that can really break the lines. Fraser Ellis is another one that's just sort of stuck at half-back at the moment. We know he's such a good run and dasher who can kick it nice and long, so maybe he's someone they need to get the ball in their hands of. Maybe that's through the middle of the ground. Other than that, I don't know. I just don't know what they're going to do.
They're thin. They're really thin.
They're really thin, aren't they? Like you look there, Will O'Keefe, could he go in there? Maybe Tyler Norton, but he's doing a great job as a back pocket half-backer today. So yeah, Charlie Ross, what can he do? Could he maybe go in there? Charlie Nash, we haven't seen him go through the middle at all this year. I think he's been pretty quiet. He's playing that half-forward role today. Maybe he needs to go in there as a bigger body that can run around a little bit. So they've got some options there. Whether we see it or not, I don't know, but they need to do something in this second half. Otherwise, the game could really get away. So I think Wodonga probably 2 or 3 goals short of where they should have been with some of their inside 50s that they had.
I'd like to see Pat Nash grab this game by the scruff of the neck, like he did in the derby. He did everything he could to get the Magpies over the line. I mean, I'm not sure what are his numbers, Joel, but I'd love to see him grab this game by the scruff of the neck in the second half and carry Magpies to a win here.
Yeah, so he had 5 in the first quarter. It's probably a little bit more run and carry in that first quarter and only 6 in the second. So he's not exactly been poor, but he probably hasn't been as effective, particularly on a smaller ground. If he runs that 10 to 15 metres, he's got that long leg, which we probably haven't seen enough of it.
And a couple of his kicks too, Monty, have been a bit rushed. He's bombed the ball a little bit, which is what he was doing in the first half of the year as well, jamming on the boot, not giving his forwards a good enough chance. So if he can turn that around, get more of the footy, get more better entries and use the ball a bit better, I think it could open up for the Magpies.
Well, we've seen a couple of times he's gone through the middle of the ground. He's opened the game up because he is a penetrating kick, but then you see him bomb it. And I don't know whether it's the pressure from Wodonga. They've really put a a mark on his head basically and said, this guy cannot run and carry. We've got to shut him down at all costs, and maybe that's what they're doing because it just feels like he doesn't have that freedom like he normally would. Maybe it's a smaller ground compared to what they're used to at Norm Minns. Maybe they've just got to try something with him. Get him the half back maybe, and he can run through the middle of the ground a little bit more. Get him in the middle. I just want to see him inject himself and be that big recruit from the start of the year that we all spoke about.
Are we seeing why Noah Bradshaw, I mean, he never got the opportunity at Southport and those opportunities at Collingwood VFL, and maybe that level's a bit too much for him, but are we seeing why he was given that opportunity? I think he's probably, if not with the best player on the ground at the moment.
I'm with you. I think he's right up there, and I think he's put a great year together so far through the first 11 rounds. I think he's been absolutely fantastic for Wodonga. As you said during the call, he's been in the best every single week for him. Now, how often do you see that? You just don't. You don't see it, and he probably is one of Twitty's favourites, but that's because of his work rate. And you spoke about that. Everyone from Wodonga just speaks about is how fit he is. Yep. And you can see late in quarters he is pulling away from people with his running ability, and his ball use does not diminish at all during the day. So, yeah, he's someone that's really standing up for Wodonga this year, and today is another day that he's doing it. Somebody else who's been outstanding and given opportunities to go into the middle of the ground. Last year he played at half forward. He was a goal kicker. This year he's played at half back, but I reckon Adam Jorgensen, they found him through the middle of the ground as well. It's another role that he can play, Joel.
Yeah, so he's had 15 touches for the game, and I reckon 14 of them hit the target, and they've been really good, dangerous kicks coming off the half, when he's got it at half back, coming through the centre of the ground or hitting up the forwards, and he's also snagged a goal. So he's been, as you guys said, Bradshaw's probably been the number one. I would have Jorgensen as my man at the moment.
Absolutely. Let's go around the ground, shall we, for Wangaratta Mazda in the SS&A Ovens and Murray. It's a big score half-time at the WJ Finlay Oval. The Wangaratta Rovers 9-14-68 over the Wodonga Raiders, 2 straight 12. Eddie Betts kicked the 2 goals.
2 goals. That's all you need to do.
He has indeed.
He kicked one.
North Albury 9-8-62 over Coralligan 4-1-25. So 17 scoring shots to 5 there at Button Park. Here it is a 17-point lead to Wodonga. Yarrawonga are 13 points in front of Myrtleford, 36-23. And Albury have a 2-goal margin, 50-38 over the Lavington Panthers. Let's take a break because the Dogs are out on the ground very early. When we come back, the third term for Indigo Power. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing. All clear.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to Martin Park in Wodonga. A big second half coming your way here on 3&E's O&M Live, and it's a 17-point margin to the way with the R12 Bulldogs. 8-3-51 over the Magpies, 5-4-34. Blake Panderescott with you, Scotty Montgomery and John Montgomery as well. As Mason Ring, well, he was told to put the footy down. He holds it aloft, and with the third quarter's underway for Wodonga MG.
And that's a bit of a stalemate. Jorgensen gets dispossessed straight away on the boot from Smith. Out coming O'Keefe, gives a handball back to Richards, caught holding the footy, great tackle Jorgensen, goes on straight away, goes inside 50 for a long kick, looking for that man Jet, bounces off the chest, went one-handed, now it's on the ground, bit of fumbling around down there, we're 20 metres away from goal, and we're going to have a ball up. Good start there from the Dogs, Jorgensen really got him going, great tackle. That's how you want to start after half time. On 30 seconds on the Macca's time clock. Good tap there, but it goes straight to Noah Bradshaw. Bouncing ball. Went to Irving, just bounced off him. Smart's back there for the Magpies. Goes switching. Oh, I couldn't see it. Couldn't see it in the sun. And it's been chopped off by Sorochinski. It was Paddy Naish. Couldn't go at it. Sorry, not Paddy, Charlie. And Sorochinski chops it off and we'll have a shot on goal. Tight angle, but only 25 metres out.
You can sense what Jared Twitt would have said at halftime. He would have said, come out here, kick the first goal, take a lot of confidence into the third term. This would be a massive start.
Massive. Sorochinski sets sail. He can't see it going through, and it hasn't. Goes to the left for a minor score. Takes the Bulldogs to 52. Magpies still 34. On the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard. Got a minute and a half here on the Macca's time clock. And of course, this third quarter is thanks to Wodonga MG.
Just a little let off there for the Wang Magpies. Would have been a great start. Look at that kick in from Fraser Ellis. Finds Porter. True centre half back. Plays on straight away. Ordinary hand pass. Put Nick Richards under pressure. Put themselves under unnecessary pressure. The Dogs love that. They love a sniff, and they force the stoppage. Just 4 to centre for them in the middle of the ground here. They lead by 3 straight kicks for Paulie's Corner Cafe. Richards went without it. Porter. And Knowles working hard at ground level. Here's Smith. Left foot tumbling kick inside 50. Juice Newton caught out the back. Charlie Morrison takes a nice intercept mark here for the Dogs. Goes out wide. Finds Sorochinski. They got the overlap here. It's been marked by Matty Wilson. Racking up the 40 wings disposals. Comes in board. Michael Driscoll goes short. Good ball movement here for the Dogs. It's been marked by Reachman. Kick was half smothered. Greenhill under a lot of pressure there from Juice Newton. Brings him down. Ball up. 20 metres just forward to the centre circle here for the Dogs. Still no goal in this third term for Wodonga MG.
Tossed up. Driscoll and Knowles. Knowles just bumps him out of the way and wins the tap. Jorgensen gets the handball backwards to Wilson. Wilson takes him on and he does. Gets through the tackle. Kicks it long towards the goal square. Cassidy bounced off his chest again. Brooks is the rover. Ashton Brooks sets sail for home around the body. Oh, hits the top of the goalpost. It would have been a great finish there from Ashton Brooks, but through for a minor score off the post. As the scoreboard takes a little bit to tick over, the Wangaratta Magpies get it moving here. It's out of bounds. And it is 53-34 on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard. Wodonga for 19-point lead, 3 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock.
Just bounced off the chest there of Charlie Ross, who probably should have marked that one. Boundary throw in. So 2 early chances for the Dogs. Probably should have kicked both of them. And
throw it in again.
It's going to be thrown back in here. Mason just gets a little bit of feedback from the crowd. Matty Wilson just juggling the ball to himself, Cristiano Ronaldo style. What can he do?
That's the old, the Collingwood Magpies, just delay tactics just to set up.
Absolutely.
It's like Will Bradshaw's doing a bit of a job on Paddy Nash here in this third quarter too.
I like it. Give him an opportunity to shut down the best midfielder for the opposition. Give him a task. Driscoll with the tap out there was to no one in particular. Lots of players around this footy. Mason says, give it to me. Thank you very much, Noah. And Mason's going to toss this one up. 60 around from the Dogs' goal. Driscoll and Knowles. Jesse Smith first there. Quick hand pass. Swooped on by Bradshaw, who does well. Hand pass it backwards to Driscoll. Jorgensen got in his way. Driscoll found a hand pass to Wilson. His hand pass was partially smothered, and Richards breaks away for the Magpies.
As he gives another handball then to McVeigh. McVeigh gets told to go. Goes short with a little left foot. Fraser Hollandine been very quiet today. Gets rolling straight away. It's a one-on-one inside 50. Juice gets at it. Well done, Morrison. Pushed him under the footy. Andrews and Morrison weren't sure who was going to go for it. Oh, well done, Juice. That's great defensive forward pressure there. And he tackles Andrews. We're going to have a throw-in. 25 away. I think he might have done a bit of damage here. Both boys very slow to get up.
They're right.
Juice might have winded himself a little bit, but let that throw in 25 metres away from the Wangaratta goal. Pierce straight into the ground. It's what he would have wanted, a one-on-one contest. Just needed to be a little bit better there, Juice. Well done, Morrison. Just nudged him off it. Ball gets tossed in. Driscoll v. McVeigh. Driscoll gets the tap. Tackled straight away there was Mayfield. Goes again, does Mayfield. Tackled again straight away. Noah Bradshaw gets rolling. Caught holding the footy. Jesse Smith. Forward pressures how you want to start. Juice Newton started, then Jesse Smith now will get the reward of a shot on goal.
Just bit off a little bit more than he could chew then, Noah Bradshaw. He got his hands free from the stoppage and just tried to go through 2 tacklers. We know he's confident, and that's something that Jared Twitt would ask of him, but he was never getting through 2 tacklers in his own defensive 50 there, and it's a big moment here in this game. Jesse Smith, he's already kicked 1 goal in the opening term, but it's to just bring back a little bit of ascendancy here for the Maggies.
Had a great finish to the game last week, Jesse Smith. Can he get the Magpies rolling here to start this second half? He's on the way now. Lets it go from 40. He likes it off the boot, straight through the middle. Jesse Smith, that's Wang's 6. 6'4", 40. That's his second. And Wodonga 53. Thank you there, Panda. This scoreboard just a little bit too quick for me. But it's a great start here.
Ben might have had a few choice words for the boys on their lack of pressure in the first half. Juice Newton's laid 2 big, strong tackles, which he probably hasn't done in a quarter in quite a while. And then, obviously, Jesse Smith there as well, laying a really strong tackle, getting reward for goal.
He's a bit of a barometer, Juice, when he lays defensive tackles like that. He can get them going. So, Jesse Smith with his second major here, and margins back to 13 points, 53-40 here on 3&E's O&M Live. A little bit cold up here in the grandstand. I've got my jacket on now.
Just put that on the puff.
Absolutely. Driscoll just went a little bit too early. It allowed Knowles to grab it out of the ruck. Kick a tumbler inside forward 50. Juice Newton caught out the back. That's a mark. That's a mark. I think it's to Grossman, is it?
Yep.
Just landed in his lap. I have no idea how he's plucked that one out, but this would be 2 and 30 seconds for the Magpies.
He's got a really nice matchup. I reckon Matty Grossman with Ollie Greenhill giving away a few inches to him. So they need to kick this one, get this game back on their terms, Wangaratta, because Wodonga started this quarter so well and weren't able to convert. Now they're gone the other end and kick 1. Can they make it 2?
You kick from directly in front, 45 metres out. Kick 4 against the Dogs in the semi-final. He likes it here, Matty Grossman. A defender who's gone forward. He can play anywhere. He kicks his first. 53 plays 46. It's back to 7 points on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard. We've played around 7 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Joel Montgomery, what are those 40 wing stats telling us?
Yeah, 40 wings. It's still inside 50s, a 3-2. Wangaratta's way, and clearances are 3 apiece at the moment. So still pretty even, but Wangaratta's pressure when they don't have the ball hasn't lifted, and that's where they're getting that run on here.
I see Paddy Naish has rolled forward. I don't mind seeing that. Knowles wins that tap. Following the wave, Yellen. Yellen gets on the boot, but Nick Richards chops it off. Gets it on the boot wide. It's going to bounce towards the boundary line. Charlie Morrison's going to be the first one there, but it beats him. The boundary line wins, and we'll have a throw-in 75 away from Wangaratta's goal on this commentary side. We have a 7-point ball game here on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard. Tossed in. Johnson versus McVeigh. The 2 second stringers go at it. Tackled straight away is Brody. And we'll have a repeat stoppage here. Right where that ball got tossed into. Jason Rain will throw it up.
7-point lead here to the Dogs. Holding on here. Richards roving from the ruck work. Could have blazed away. Lowered the eyes. Diving down low. Grossman in the pocket. Not able to mark. Greenhill has to kick quickly under pressure and has been chopped off at half forward by Porter. The intensity for the Magpies is lifted. Date little kick into the forward 50. No one in particular came out to try and mark that footy, and we're going to have it balled up 40 around from the Wang Magpies goal, who has certainly lifted their intensity in the last 3 or 4 minutes, Monty. They trail by 7 points for Paulie's Corner Cafe.
I reckon this is the most intense they've been all day, even in this first quarter where they started so hot. So what you want to see, McVeigh just takes it out of the ruck, throws on that left boot, high up and under, O'Keefe's under it. It was Richmond. He just grabs it, gives a handball now to Yellen. Yellen to Brody. Brody's kick's very close to the line. A little bit too wide. And he's going to go again here, Wangaratta. Cam Barrett's going to get it. No, it's Jamie Anderson, sorry. Anderson. Right in front of the Wang bench. Looking for an option inside 50. Called the play on now. Let's rip with a nice long one towards the pocket. Juice is there. Ball is tumbled and fell short. Running on towards O'Neill. Oh, crunching tackle by McVeigh. Naish, great handball sideways to O'Keefe. O'Keefe to the goal square. Oh, Greenhill. Great grab. Last line of the fence. And he's going to repel for the Bulldogs.
Oh, his hand pass wasn't great. Well done there from Juice Newton. Put him under pressure. Morrison offers step relief and kicks a beauty. Out really wide. It's been marked by Yelland. His kick is too wide. It's ordinary. And it's out of bounds on the far side of the ground here. So the Magpies repeat inside 50s. A bit of forward half territory here. They've kicked the last 2 goals to trim the margin from 17 to 7. 53 plays 46. 10 and a bit minutes played for Maccas in this third term. Here's Scotty Montgomery for Wodonga MG.
True centre wing. Boundary throw in. Not a great throw in. Driscoll wins the tap. Goes to Josh Mathy. Give him another clearance. He's been great today. Towards Jake Bradshaw. Brings it to ground. Coming through is Big Knowlesy. Handball sideways to Ellis. Now they go backwards. Through Montgomery. Montgomery to Richards. Richards down the line. Finds O'Keefe. No, it goes through his hands. O'Neill. Isaac. Nice little dinky kick around the body there. And he's found a teammate. And the Dogs are going to go inside 50 again.
So centre wing. Aggressive kick in the middle of the ground. Here's the debutant, Dennis Mutsinzi. Just forward to centre here for the Dogs. Hand passes a loopy one over the top, finds Brody. He goes by hand as well. They're making it hard for himself. Jorgensen goes out wide and sneaking inside forward 50 is young Jack Mathy for the Wodonga Bulldogs. I'm not sure he's got the journey here, Monty. He'll have to kick from 48 metres on a 45-degree angle.
This could be a little wait for that right lead at the end, then find it, because I don't reckon he looks that confident on it as he's spinning the footy in his hands. Normally a sign, I reckon.
So he'll have to kick this every bit of 50 metres. Kick gets nowhere near it. Coming from behind was Johnson. Fisted it away. Falls to Matt Wilson. He spent it before he earned it. Just fumbled at the last minute. Hand pass finds Josh Mathy, who's been ripped off the footy. Played for a free kick. The Magpies clear. Bounces outside defensive 50. Hollandine. First one back there. Thought he was grabbed without it. Jorgensen balks and comes inside beautifully. Low dribbling kick. Looking for a teammate inside 50. The Magpies work it out through Hewitt, who jams it on the boot to the middle of the ground.
And the kick's going to come straight back in as he's found Greenhill for the Dogs. True centre wing. Les Cheesley side of the ground. Greenhill, co-captain of Wodonga. Set sail over half forward. Looking for Johnson, but well done there. Tilly just come from behind and takes the mark. Comes back inside now, McVeigh. McVeigh just goes for handball. I don't mind it. Gets him moving straight away. Another handball forward to O'Keefe. O'Keefe to Porter, who's on the run. Oh, through the hands. But he gets it back and gives it now to Paddy Naish. Naish towards Tua. Tua gets taken off it. Naish just kicks it in front of himself. There's no one near him. If he can be clean here, Paddy, what can he do? Charlie closes in quickly. Charlie Morrison, that is. Does really well. Spills the ball out of bounds. Might have a throw in the Wangaratta 50. Good transition footy there and great defensive work from Charlie Morrison.
Great work from Paddy Naish to keep it alive inside his attacking 50, and also Morrison, who closed him down. Mathy put him down for another clearance. Matt Wilson, left foot kick in between two teammates, and Waitai Tua intercepts for the Magpies. 60 from home. Wheels onto his favoured left foot, looking for Grossman, coming hard. Had to spoil from behind. He was the intended target. Goes back to Tua. He's wrapped up, ball up, 50 around for the Magpies goal. 40 winks, Joel Montgomery.
Couple of inside 50s, repeat stoppages here. 6 inside 50s to Wangaratta Magpies, 4 to Wodonga at the moment.
Driscoll just jumping a little bit early for mine in the ruck. Laverty and Hewitt snapping and intercepting as Matt Wilson inside defensive 50 for the Dogs. He plays on straight away. Look at Will Bradshaw. He was out. That kick was smothered by Charlie Naish. How important might that be? He's brought down in a big tackle by Charlie Morrison over the boundary line. Thrown back in, 20 around from the Magpies goal. They were out there. Great smother by Charlie Naish, Monty.
It was. He come off his man. He saw it happening and he got there. That's what you got to do if you're going to make that call, to get off your man like that and leave him open. But he got there and made the play. Throwing 20 away from goals for the Magpies. Driscoll gets the tap over the top. Hollandine's first there, worried out of it. Greenhill gives a handball sideways to Reachman. Just a bit of a fumble there from Reachman on debut. We're going to have another throw in about 5 metres further away from goal.
Around the grounds, Wang Mazda, just a bit of a watch on the Yarrawonga-Myrtleford score. Yarrawonga 38, Myrtleford 31. So It's a very close game there at the JCLO Oval.
It's tossed in now. Juice just pushes his opponent out of the way. Falls away of Hollandine around the body. Fraser gets it to the goal line. Charlie's the only one there. And it's a mark. And Morrison, he's done well in this third quarter. He's looked very, very good, and his defensive pressure has been right up. And he's gone sideways, found a teammate in Yelland. Yelland with the clearing kick, and it's a beautiful kick. Finds Will Bradshaw. He worked very hard to get to this. And Bradshaw's going to come back through the middle to Gill.
Oh, kick just had too much on it. Gill went one-handed. Turnover. Hewitt kicks it on the boot hurriedly. No one home there for the Magpies. That's a win. That's a win, though. They get a repeat stoppage, inside attacking 50, boundary throw in 20 metres around from their goal. But it was just a hurried kick there from Harry.
Grossman had a little bit of space in front of him, too, for a little pop-up 15-metre dink.
Yep, Joel Montgomery for elite building and construction. Thrown back in. Newton doing the ruck work here for the Magpies. Gill clears it as far as he can, but it's going to come straight back. Tilly, surely that was front-on contact. Wasn't able to mark. Here come the Dogs. Noah Bradshaw kicks it on the boot hurriedly. One-on-one as Monty just called it. Cassidy and Tua. In fact, it's Norton. Does really well. Kicks it out wide. One-on-one there between Charlie Naish and Will Bradshaw. Bradshaw wins out. Noah threw it to Gill, who streams away. Kicks to half forward. It's been marked by Brooks.
Brooks now goes inside 50. Harry Smart leads the race and gets a nice fist on it. Falls away of Norton. Nice handball now to Laverty. Laverty, what's he going to do? He's going to go down the line towards Charlie Naish. Chopped off by Noah Bradshaw, who's continuing the great game he's playing. Bradshaw now going inside 50 towards Cassidy. Well done, Anderson. Just took his leap out of it there. And just let Jet know about it too. Said you could have come at that a bit harder, I think, son. We're going to have a boundary throw in right on the junction of the 50 and the boundary line at the Wodonga end of the ground. Far side right in front of the scoreboard, which is glistening in the sun today. Midwinter football. Doesn't get any better than this when conditions are like this. Tossed in by the young boundary umpire. Tommy Johnson, great tap work. Now it falls away. Great pick up Brooks. Probably got fallen in the back. Yes, he's going to get the free kick. Ashton Brooks will go back and have a shot from 40 out. Slight angle. And this is to try and get the Dogs to get a bit of momentum back.
It's a massive kick. What are we, 16 minutes played for Maccas in this third. He's handed it off, Monty.
Straight away to Johnson, who's got the distance. We know that. It's going to go right to the goal line. Tilly just rushes it through for a point. Thought Brooks might have had the distance too, Panda, but wasn't confident. And Johnson sends it straight to the goal line. Through for a minor score, which makes it very tight. And the Wang Magpies are away here.
They are. Here's Ellis. We'll get that score to you in a second. Ellis, good kick down the wing. Finds Barrett. They got numbers forward of the footy here. He wants to move it on quick, but Jorgensen does very well to hold him up. 50. Surely that's 50. Yep. That was silly. Silly from Adam Jorgensen. And Cam Barrett is going to be marched to about 45 from goal. And that was silly. Just had to let him up.
Yep.
Did Adam Jorgensen. So Cam Barrett is going to kick this one from 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
Not the man you want to give a 52 to bring him within scoring distance, I don't think. Normally a very, very nice kick is Cam Barrett. And he should go back. Distance is definitely not the issue, just the fact of accuracy, I think.
8-point margin, Dogs lead. They had a shot 30 seconds ago to extend it. Will they get hurt the other way by Cam Barrett, who makes them pay? Footy's a cruel old game. Barrett cuts the margin to 2 points, 54-52 on the Paulie's Corner Cafe scoreboard. That hurts Joel Montgomery, 40 winks.
A little overzealous. He was in the contest at the first initial bump. I think there might have been a little bit of a dive by Cam, but just not letting him up, and they just held it on too long. That was probably actually the goal that Wangaratta probably deserved after having 9 inside 50s this quarter to 6, but they finally get that breakthrough there.
3 in a row to the Magpies. They broke a run of 3 for the Bulldogs. They definitely needed that. They started this game very, very well. And I'll tell you what, Cam Barrett, he's a beautiful kick of the footy. He's, as I said, not someone you want to give a 50-metre penalty, bring him within scoring distance. It's back in the middle. Driscoll goes and gets it for the Dogs, feeds it sideways to Bradshaw. He does well there. Noah now just kicks it long and high towards 50. Oh, well done there. Little Jack Mathy goes sideways, looking for a teammate in brother Josh. Misses him, goes to Bradshaw, gives the handball now to Joshua, wrapped around the back. Montgomery, good grab. And he's going to repel here for the Magpies. Needs to make sure that he finds a target.
Oh, dangerous kick in the middle of the ground. Going to fall the way of Matt Wilson here. Was he grabbed high? He's gone to ground. He has to be clean. He's not. Intercepted by Charlie Ross. He's got an open 50. No one in front of him. Charlie Ross runs to 40 and kicks a steal line goal of the day. No, it's touched on the goal line.
He called that late.
Oh, touched by the reaching arms of Ollie Greenhill in game number 100 for his beloved Dogs. 54-53. And it's been turned over from the kick in. It's marked out there by Paddy Nash for the Magpies. He wheels around straight away. Likes an open goal square. Dribbles it, dribbles it, dribbles through for an extraordinary goal. From 60 metres, Paddy Nash. A steer line goal today. That wasn't his intended target. It got out the back. It dribbled through, and the Magpies are in front. 59-54 for Paulie's Corner Cafe. 20 minutes gone. Joel Montgomery.
I think it might have been Ryan Batten there. Could be wrong, but he just went over the head there. Didn't really matter because he didn't get touch on it and just ran on and ended up being a 60-70 metre goal.
Yeah, unreal. Paddy Nash, he hasn't done a lot, has he? But it can just be your moment sometimes, and days like today, you just need to have 1 or 2 moments and he can turn the tide. Great finish there from Paddy Nash. Read the ball so well to intercept the mark. I'll tell you what, they're really starting to get the momentum now. Wangaratta is through the middle of the ground. Porter's tackled straight away by Yallen. Still hasn't moved too far. She's fumbling around on the ground. Oh, great hands there from Smith. Finds Richards. Richards just get a toe poke as he was tackled. Hollandine going to pick it up. Umpire's not going to fall for that one as he grabbed for the head. See, that one paid a lot, but good umpiring there, I feel. It's going to be a throw up. Still in the centre square. As Driscoll and Knowles go at it. Knowles wins it, but it falls away of Yallen. Tackled straight away. Good umpiring here. Quick whistle. I like to see it.
I reckon they've been great all day.
I reckon they've been fantastic. Yep. Have not noticed them. That's what you want to see.
Ball up. Driscoll. Tapping to no one, and Yelland, he's brought down straight away. 3 repeat stoppages, all in the centre square here. 59 plays 54. They've kicked the only 4 goals in this third term for Wodonga MG, the Maggies. Here's Will O'Keefe breaking away from the stoppage, sending a high one towards the goal square. It's bounced out of bounds. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full, and a free kick here to the Dogs, who just need to gain a little bit of ascendancy as we head towards three-quarter time. We've played 21 and a half minutes for Maccas. They trail by 5, 59-54. Here's Scotty Montgomery for Wing Motor Group.
Same, they say, as Knowles now goes to pick it up. Oh, well done there from Reachman. Just goes back and misses it. Ross picks it up, flings it out of bounds, and we'll have a throw in 80 metres away, right in front of our cameraman, Mimo. This ball's going to get tossed in front of the Wangaratta crowd. This momentum here has been absolutely fantastic. 4 goals in this third quarter, all to Wangaratta Magpies. Tell you what, that's a ripping throw-in. It's going out the back, and Driscoll gets it and just puts it on the boot. Heads the way of Winter Irving. Well done, Tilly. Got front spot. Fed backwards by Smart to Barrett. Barrett now to Paddy Nash, who's beset upon straight away. Not a great kick, but goes inboard. Fraser Ellis has a bit of time. Needs to be clean. Feeds back to Tilly, who's under the pump straight away. Great handball to Knowles. Knowles now finds a man who's got no one near him. It's Nick Richards. Richards has a lot of options. What's he going to do? Goes short. It's a great kick to Hollandine. Punched. Hewitt now. Crumbed it. Oh, hit the wrong part of the ball. It's gone straight up and under. Laverty's first there, and he's taking the grab. Xavier Laverty come out hard. Wanted it more than Connor Brody. And takes a good grab, and he's going to go back for his first shot at goal from about 25 out.
Wasn't the target there from Harry Hewitt. It was certainly trying to snap on goal, but he just wanted it. Laverty came out, got the jukes up, and he's been a bit of a quiet day for him, but this might really hurt the Dogs if he can put them 11 up here.
So I get Paddy Nation had the best day, but kicks a goal. Laverty's gone with a bit of a sidewinder. It's not going to make the distance from 25 out. Don't know what that was.
Wow.
It's taken on the goal line by Andrews, who goes sideways to his captain in Morrison. I'll tell you what, Xavier Laverty would like to have that one again because been watching a little bit too much AFL footy, I think, as Morrison now finds Driscoll and Wodonga are going to get out of this.
Really lackadaisical effort there from Laverty. Bit of a brain fade there. Yelland has to get past the tackler. Hand passes it off to Matty Wilson. Look at him stream through the middle. He's taken 2 bounces, the Finley boy. He's taken 3 bounces. Runs to centre wing. Pops it over the top to Soroczynski, who also takes a bounce. They're within 60 here, the Dogs. Kicks it to the top of the goal square. Johnson not able to mark. Knowles working hard in defence. His kick might work out here for Pat Naish, who's got a paddock. He hand passes to Will O'Keefe, who just missed his target. The Dogs are able to pounce. Yelland head over the football. Once a high free kick. Doesn't get one. Ball up, bang, smack in the middle of the ground here at Martin Park. 59 plays 54. The Magpies lead. They've kicked all 4 majors for Wodonga MG on O&M Live.
Knowles and Driscoll go at it again. Knowles, he just takes the jumper, Driscoll away. Smith picks it up off the boot. Wilson now for the Dogs. Has it tackled straight away. Just gives a handball to Yallen. Yallen goes towards Morrison. He gets taken out of it. Paddy Naish should set sail from home from 50. Paddy Naish, can he do it? No. Minus score for Paddy Naish. 9-6, 60 the Magpies. 8-6, 54. 6-point ball game here. The Paulie's Corner Cafe gone 24.5 minutes on the Macca's time clock. And here's Charlie Morrison in the back pocket.
How many for Charlie Morrison, Joel Montgomery?
Charlie Morrison has just had his 5th touch for the quarter, along with Matthew having his 5th and Wilson with 7 for Wodonga.
All thanks to 40 Winks. Ball in a bit of a scrimmage out there on the far wing. Outnumbered out the back here is Xavier Laverty, who just snuck off his opponent, pulls the kick towards Grossman. Here's Wilson working so hard for the Dogs. Kicks the short one to Gill. Give it back to Wilson. He does. Streaming through the middle. Runs past Hewitt with a don't argue, but he's in trouble. Somehow got a kick away to Matty Wilson. It was a great defensive tackle there from Harry Hewitt. A Mawson's concrete play of the day. Here's Laverty. Gets around the outreached arm, who's got no one in front of him. Sends a torpedo punt from 60. Extraordinary from Xavier Laverty. Wow, that would have been some finish. There was no one home. Why not bite off a running torp? Minor score, 60 plays 54 for Paulie's Corner Cafe. This game's had a little bit of everything in the last 5, Monty.
To say Laverty's last 2 shots haven't been conventional would be an understatement, I think. The ball now goes down the line. Great punch, Norton, but front and centre was Driscoll. Driscoll now. What's he going to do? He's got Dennis. Dennis is running inside 50. Gets up at it. Good grab. Gives a handball straight away to Bradshaw. Doesn't, not clean enough. Bradshaw tackled straight away. Gets a handball away towards Brody. Worried out of it now. McVeigh's going to be first there for Wangaratta. He gets through one tackle. Tackled again. He's going to get pinged holding the footy. And that's the right call there as the siren goes. What a quarter of footy from the Wangaratta Magpies. 4 unanswered goals to give them a 7-point lead at 3/4 time. 9-7, 61. The Bulldogs 8-6, 54. I'll tell you what, from the 5-minute mark, they were beautiful to watch, the Wangaratta Magpies.
They certainly were. Cooked the only 4 goals in that 3rd term.
Dennis has a shot, but that was never going to happen from 100.
He had a shot from 100 metres away. Oh, well, speculative, but I like it. They've turned a 17-point margin at half-time, trailing the Magpies into a 7-point margin. They lead now at 3/4 time. Stay with us. 4th term is going to have everything, just like this game has on O&M Live. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Is O&M Live, and I really hope you're enjoying the Saturday afternoon action. Beautiful day for footy and netball, sun shining, 16 degrees, and a really good game to go with it as well. 61 the Magpies, 54 the Dogs, three-quarter top as the teams break into positions. We'll go to Joel Montgomery for 40 winks. Joel, what were some of the standouts in that third term?
Yeah, you could see the Wangaratta Magpies are really starting to lift the intensity and their drive forward. They had 14 inside 50s to 9 to Wodonga. Paddy Nash there had 6 of his own, but there was a lot of run and carry in that. A couple set shots at goal was fantastic, and he's on 17 so far for the game. Barrett himself was a little bit quiet that quarter, but he again also got the goal, courtesy of a nice little 50 there. He's on 15 for the game, and there's a couple other fellas there. Nick Richards had 9 for that quarter, so really good drive. He was fantastic. Other guys from Wodonga's side of things, so Morrison, he's been going really well. 16 for the game, 5 for the quarter. Wilson actually had 9 for the quarter, going off 8 from the second quarter, so he's on 20 for the day, leading all comers.
It's been great, Matty Wilson.
Fourth term about to get underway here on O&M Live. It's been a ripping game, a ripping contest.
Last quarter action thanks to Wodonga MG. Driscoll gets the kick around the body. It's not a great one. It's going to fall the way of the Magpies. Barrett's the first one there. Just goes of a long kick down the line looking for McVeigh. Bounces off his chest. Brody gets a fist down as well. Andrew's happy to see that one over. And we're going to have a throw in. About 80 away from the Wangaratta goals as they head to the hospital end of the ground for this last quarter. Ball's going to get tossed in. Tossed in beautifully. That umpire's been fantastic on that side of the ground. Big Knowles, he takes it out of the ruck. He's been grabbed and taken to ground. Missed his boot. Here you go, Wodonga with the free kick. Sorochinski running through centre wing. Lowers the eyes and it's a great kick. Finds Cassidy. He's got Dennis streaming back towards goals. Needs to find him. No. He's going to take the bit of speed out of the game here. Is young Jet. Jet goes inside 50 now. It's not a great kick. Only one standing there is Charlie Naish. And the Magpies are going to repel here to start this last quarter.
Charlie Naish goes short, finds Tilly all on his own. In defensive 50 is Aiden. Can come out wide if he wants. Got the sun in his eyes.
He's got no one now.
Nope. Could not ask for a better day for footy. Goes short with a nice kick to Ellis. And he goes short as well as an option presents. It's Jesse Smith. This is where he stepped up last week in the last term. Kicked 2 big goals.
Was really good in that third quarter too, I thought, Jesse Smith.
He was. Kicked a goal. He's got 2 for the day. Goes short to Dane Porter. He kicks up to half forward. It's a one-on-one. Knowlesy in front of Wilson. Wilson did really well. Shrugs off Nick Richards. Hand passes to himself. Sells Candy. He can do it all. And he kicks it out in the full.
Did it all.
He did it all. He's a star, Matt Wilson.
He's a good player.
And it's a free kick at half-back here for Cam Barrett. Magpies still lead by 7, 61-54. Early stages for Cavalier Homes in this 4th term.
2 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. Barrett bites off a beautiful kick through the middle. Oh, had to go at it Smart, but it doesn't matter. Bounces beautifully. Smart now inside 50. Hollandine flying Grossman. Comes to the ground. Grossman reads it. Gives a handball now to O'Keefe. Will O'Keefe around the body to start this quarter beautifully. No. Needed to be better there. Had a lot of time. Will O'Keefe through for a minor score. Extends that lead out to 8 points on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. 54-62. We've gone about 3 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
I reckon that's the best kick I've almost seen for the year from Cam Barrett. Just opened the entire game up in the middle of the ground. Andrews goes out wide, finds Cassidy from the kick in. 8-point lead to the Maggies. 2.5 minutes played on the Macca's time clock. Final term. Cassidy's kick, not able to mark, was Dennis on debut. Here's Ellis. Bit of a mongrel torpedo inside 50 off the head of Grossman, I reckon. Hollandine applies a forward 50 tackle and it's going to be balled up 40 metres out from the Wangaratta Magpies goal. We'll follow some scores in this final term for Wangaratta Mazda. Some tight games. Lavington taking on Albury and also Yarrawonga leading Myrtleford. Porter trying to break away a couple of tackles he's caught, holding the ball. And a free kick here to the Dogs in the left back pocket in front of the old scoreboard.
Just took on one too many, I reckon, there, Dane. Just thought he was probably 25 and not 37 like I think he is. The short kick now from Mayfield. Finds a teammate in Bradshaw. Been great today, Bradshaw. As he rolls around now for the long kick towards centre wing, towards Winter Irving. That's a good grab. Barrett. It's been great for the Wangaratta Magpies today. Cam Barrett. He's going to go long down the line as well. Goes towards half forward. It's a nice kick. Oh, no. Straight through the hands. Andrews now feeds it backwards to O'Neill. And away they go, the Bulldogs through Sorochinski.
Takes a running bounce with pace. Streams down centre wing. Bananas it. Half volley. Kyle Winter Irving. First time I reckon we've called him today. Hand pass it to Sorochinski, who kept on running beautifully. He hand passed it to in front of himself. And then bananas it inside kick. 50. Jorgensen. Inspirational play from Matt Sorochinski. A Mawson's concrete play today, and Jorgensen will line up for goal number 2. 30 metres out directly in front.
Stayed with him from the half-back flank, Sorochinski. He was the one that got that handball received from Andrews, and away he went, kicked it down the line, and then followed up, got it again, and it was a neat little kick around the body. Didn't look great, but off the boot, the only bloke who was going to hit was Jorgensen. He's going to go back and put this one through, I reckon.
To dream the margin back here to 2 points. Jorgensen directly in front. Makes no mistake, he's got his second. The Dogs, they're still alive here in this O&M Live game of the day. 60 plays 62, 2-point ball game for Worklocker Wangaratta. As we go to Joel Montgomery for 40 winks.
What a fantastic 100-metre play there by Sorochinski. Kept running, saw that the kick probably wasn't going to work on a mark, got the handball back, and beautiful for setting up Jorgensen's second goal.
He's been one guy today, Jorgensen, that has given absolutely everything for his team. And I'll tell you what, he's going to have to do a little bit more, I feel, if Wodonga are getting over the line. 2-point ball game here on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Cavalier Holmes, his fourth quarter is brought to you by 5.5 gone on the Macca's time clock as Knowles wins that tap. Just a little boot from Hewitt, goes to O'Keefe, and O'Keefe tackled straight away. We'll have another stoppage inside the centre square. As we have a quick look at a couple of 40-wing stacks, please, Joel.
There's been a couple of clearances on both sides, 2 apiece, and through inside 50s apiece.
As Charlie Nash just fumbles that one, Hewitt's there for Wangaratta. Nick Richards goes and gets it, tackled straight away by Bradshaw. Driscoll fumbles. Who's going to be the one that's going to be clean here in this last quarter? Driscoll now, nice handball to Will Bradshaw. Will Bradshaw sideways was O'Neill. O'Neill to Jorgensen. He's got the running Wilson. He's been great today. Gives a handball forward to Josh Mathy. Fumbled. Barrett puts the pressure on. We should have a stoppage here inside the centre square still. Just that fumble, that last touch, Panda, moving forward is really hurting both sides.
Around the grounds, Albury really kicking away over Lavey, 91-40. Yarrawonga 59 to Myrtleford 31. And the Rovers are doing a bit of a number on the Raiders, as are North Albury on Corowa.
Just going to have another repeat stoppage right where that one was just thrown up, Panda. So why don't you take that away for Wangaratta Motor Group?
I will. As Hewitt just hands the ball back to his good mate Mason Ring. Been very good today, the men in green. Mutsinzi, hand pass it to Bradshaw. Don't argue on Jesse Smith and found a contested hand pass to Matthew, who kicks it on the boot hurriedly inside attacking 50. And it's going to be thrown back in 50 around from the Dogs' goal, where the 50 meets the boundary line. And it's at the right end of the ground, if you're a Wodonga Bulldogs fan. 62 plays 60, 7 minutes played for Maccas in this final term.
Tossed in, Knowles and Johnson. Johnson roves it off Knowles' tap. He's still got it. Nice handball to Noah Bradshaw. Handball's forward to Josh Mathy. He's got plenty of time. Josh Mathy. Oh!
Hits the top of the post.
Landed on top of the post.
Literally.
I have never seen that before, I don't think. He could not have hit it any better. Minus score to the Bulldogs. It's a 1-point ball game. Wangaratta's way on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. And here go the Magpies.
Yeah, he was already running away to celebrate, I reckon, Joshy Mathy. There's a whistle.
Paddy Nash, I think it's a little downfield. Got a little bump after the kick.
Well picked up, Joel Montgomery for Elite Building and Construction. And here's Fraser Hollandine. Kick down the line. Finds Ellis. Gives it back to the running man in McVeigh. Left foot kick inside attacking 50. Over the head there at Grossman. Out the back, Porter. Has to hand pass it to Charlie Nash, who jams it on the boot for a steer line goal today. Top of the post from Mathy at one end. A big finish from Charlie Nash at the other. A goal against the run of play. And the margin is back out to 7 points to the way of the Magpies. 68 plays 61. They're dangerous on transition, Joel.
They are. You can see the inside 50 count is 3 apiece still. And clearances are actually Wodonga's way, but they're just not quite hitting those touches where they should be. And the rebound there, the really silly downfield free kick that just opened it up.
When you give him free possession through the middle of the ground and it's a quick transition play, just opens up. And Charlie Nash from this wing works so hard to get inside 50 there. And Dane Porter, as we know, so strong through the hips, wasn't able to be tackled and taken to the ground. Nice handball. So great work there from the Magpies. The ball gets tossed up. See Knowles take on Johnson in the middle. Give that one to Knowles. Porter gets tackled straight away by Noah Bradshaw. Caught holding the footy. Been absolutely phenomenal today, Noah Bradshaw. To that man who's also been great in Matty Wilson. Goes inside 50 towards Cassidy. Over the back. Norton just nudges him under it. It's going to bounce towards the line, and the line's going to win. We'll have a boundary throw in 25 away from the Wodonga goals. I need another one here just to get back within touch. Only a 7-point ball game. 9 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. A little boundary umpire's been great on that far side all day today. He's going to toss it in. You're going to see Winter Irving and Knowles do battle. Plenty of instructions getting barked down there from the Wangaratta bench. Tossed in. Winter Irving just takes it out of the ruck. Throws it on the boot quickly to the top of the goal square. Out the back it's Tilly. Drops the mark. Tackled straight away. And we'll have a ball up 10 away from Wodonga's goals.
Then a snag one here, the Dogs. Still plenty of time left in this ball game. We've only played 9 minutes for Maccas. Fourth term here for Cavalier Holmes. Smart. Richards trying to clear defence. Well done, O'Neill with the half volley. Hand passes it here to Ashton Brooks. Gets around one. Kick was smothered by Montgomery. And the boundary line is the friend of the Wangaratta Magpies. And it will be thrown back in. 30 around from Wodonga's goal. 68 plays 61. for Cavalier Homes here on 3&A's O&M Live. Here's Scotty Montgomery for Wang Motor Group.
Tossed in. Knowles and Winter Irving. Knowles wins that one and then goes through the roving. Ball just fumbles around. Gill overruns it. It's going to be wrapped in here by Nation. No, Gill goes and rips it out of there. Now Knowles in a bit of trouble, I feel. Gets a handball on it in the end. Porter sideways to Hewitt. Now to Richards. Richards sideways to Smart. Goes down the line. It's going to be Juice. No, over the top was Johnson. Got a fist on it. And McVeigh very happy to see it over the boundary line. True centre wing here right in front of the benches. It's going to be tossed in. We've got a 7-point ball game on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Gone nearly 11 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
Fourth turn for Cavalier Homes. Knowles and Johnson in the ruck. Spills out the back here to Porter. Good hand pass to Smith. Floater to half forward. Charlie Morrison against Juice. Morrison at ground level. Able to get a hand pass out here towards Brody. Has to do a little bit of work here. Morrison wrapped up in a big tackle. Able to get a kick away just in a nick of time. Naish went without it. That was Charlie. Jorgensen links up by hand to Mutsinzi on debut. Kicks a nice one to half forward. Bradshaw just fell over at the last minute. And Tommy Montgomery, the late inclusion for Callum Moore, is able to take a mark. His kick, those a shocker. Intercepted here by Soroczynski. Streaming through the middle of Martin Park. Kicks a beautiful dart into the 50. It's been marked here by Kyle Winter Irving, who needs to go back here from 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Take it upon himself and kick this goal for the Dogs.
I think the way he's looking there after he took that mark, distance could be an issue here for Winter Irving, but that kick from Montgomery was a killer. And Soroczynski read it so well on a beautiful delivery inside 50. And Winter Irving really, as you said, Piano, needs to put this one through for his team.
So, had a quiet day as Kyle Winter Irving kicks out to the right, and it's through for a minor score. 62 plays 68. It's a one-goal game here on Work Locker Wangaratta's O&M Live. Blake Penderescott with you, Scotty Montgomery, Joel Montgomery. It's a close one, Joel, for 40 winks.
Boys, we mentioned Jorgensen having a good start to this quarter. Noah Bradshaw's already had 5 himself, trying to help Willie's side over the line here.
Jeez, both teams are just trying to give it back here as Norton dropped the mark. It wasn't a great kick from Ellis, put him under the pump. Went up a throw-in inside the Wodonga 50 still. Benny Reid's going to pull out any hair he had left. I'll tell you what, some of the mistakes they're making at the moment, the Wangaratta Magpies. Very, very stressful job, I'd reckon, today in that coach's box. They're going to get that ball tossed in. Get 45 away. In it comes, Laverty versus Johnson. Laverty just takes it out of the ruck and then handballs it forward to no one in particular. So Mathy chops it off. Soroczynski now has it. Dodges around Juice. Soroczynski now goes inside 50 looking for Brooks. It's over the top of him. Coming through was Winter Irving. Wasn't clean and Brooks picks it up in the end. Oh, free kick too high.
Mathy.
Josh Mathy followed it up. That's one thing he does do. He goes and finds a hard footy, and he's going to go back now, and he needs to put this one through for Wodonga to level scores.
He's already had one shot on goal in this fourth quarter. It hit the top of the post, and a 50. And a 50 here. So I reckon the Magpies are saying that Mathy brought that high pressure himself by lowering his body, but he just went harder for the footy.
You just got to be smart. 25 out. You just don't make it a certain goal. Make him go back and put it through on the angle, but Mathy now will make no mistake. Levels the scores. 10-8 apiece here. Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Nearly 14 minutes on the Macca's time clock, and it's all tied up.
Josh Mathy with his 5th disposal there, 2 in a couple of seconds, and that little 50 just takes him up to 24 disposals for the match.
Yeah, he's been good, especially in this second half. In the second quarter, he was great as well. As we go around the grounds quickly for Wang Mazda, 95-39, the Rovers over the Raiders. North Albury 124 to Corowa 27. Wodonga and Wangaratta, we know here, is 68 apiece. Yarrawonga 39 points in front of Myrtleford, and Albury running away with it against Lavington as well. That's your score. All thanks to Wang Mazda in round 12. Ball up. And another stoppage here in the middle of the ground. 10-8 apiece. Can't separate these sides here on O&M Live. Hope you're enjoying the action for Cavalier Homes. That's a free kick. Dennis Mutsinzi has brought down Fraser Ellis.
That's not 50. I think
Wodonga
bench need to settle down.
They're just up and about. They're showing passion. A free kick here to the Dogs in the middle of the ground. Mutsinzi's been called to play on. Kicks to half forward. Johnson! Xavier Laverty just lost his footing. Anderson was nowhere to be seen, and Tommy Johnson is marked, and he will go back from 52, 53 metres. We've seen a few of these from Tommy fall short. Does he have the distance, Monty?
Oh, as I said, I think his first shot was similar distance. 3 or 4 years ago, he puts this one through goalpost high, but now I just reckon tired legs for Big Tommy. going to struggle to get the distance.
He's going to have to arc around here and give it everything on this left. No angle to speak of. He'll kick from 50, right on the paint. It's a shocking kick out to the left. Hangs a long time up in the air. Off hands, Laverty. Calmly, hand pass it to Waitai Tua for the Magpies. Here's a bit of run and gun. Kicks out wide, looking for McVeigh, who wants the boundary line. Smartly gets the boundary line. And it's going to be thrown back in far side of the ground. Who can hold their nerve here on O&M Live? 15 minutes played for Maccas in this final term. Scores level, 68 apiece.
Ball tossed in. Just right of centre wing. Laverty now. Fumbles around with it. Tackled straight away by Bradshaw. I'm going to have a repeat stoppage. Exactly the same spot where that ball landed from the throw-in. Umpire Jason Rain just said, give it to me, boys. Tosses it up. Driscoll just goes bang with a big fist forward. Tackled straight away there. Smart. And we're going to have another ball up. About 10 metres further advanced to Wodonga's way. And with the last one. Tell you what, there could be a lot of stoppages in this last 10 minutes, I feel. As that one was Driscoll's again. Now Matthew just kept running with it. Said, come with me, Jesse, as he held on to him. And we'll have another ball up.
Got to get Jorgensen and also Soroczynski on the ground.
Oh, I think so. I think you're spot on there. They should not come off again as Gill's got it. Ball now gets dispossessed of him. Smith gets a clearing kick. Falls away with Porter. Porter just gets bumped off it. And just is happy to take that one over as well. We're going to have a throw in. It's true centre wing. Scores level here at Martin Park. 16 and a half minutes gone on the Maccas time clock. Fourth quarter thanks to Cavalier Holmes. Here's Blake Pander-Escott for Wangaratta Motor Group.
Need your best players on in the final stages of a big game. I reckon Soroczynski's almost been the best player on the ground in the second half. Floating kick to half forward. McVeigh juggles a beautiful Mawson's concrete mark of the day. Too far out to score is McVeigh for the Magpies. Wheels around on the left. Open 50. Morrison and Newton. Newton juggles it out the back.
Oh, he's played a push.
Oh, no. He's played a push against Juice Newton, who beautifully used his body on Morrison. Gee, I'm not sure about that. A free kick here to the Dogs on his own defensive line. He goes short to Bradshaw, who goes short to his brother Will. The meat and the sandwich between two Magpies here. Hand pass it to Andrews. He goes out wide to Charlie Morrison, who goes short.
Oh.
Wilson just slipped over. He's grabbed his calf too, Matty Wilson. I reckon he's a bit sore. Tilly on centre wing for the Magpies. Running out of room. He's caught. The Bulldogs weren't holding the ball.
They're watching too much AFL, these blokes.
The Magpies running over the boundary line. Thrown in true centre wing, right in front of our commentary position, right in front of Mimo. O&M Snapgrid Solutions TV. Here's Monty. Scores level still.
Laverty and Driscoll just wrestle on it. Laverty ends up with a footy on the ground. We'll have a repeat stoppage. Ball up here. Driscoll and Laverty are going to do the honours again. As Mason Ring tosses it nice and high. Well done, Laverty. Gets a tap. Porter gets a handball to himself and then gives one to Richards. Richards gets caught. Drops the footy. Yes, he does. Play on straight away by Mayfield. Takes the advantage. Kicks it deep. Oh, well done, Norton. Great body work there on Cassidy. And he takes a mark that was desperately needed for the Magpies, and he's going to go short towards Richards.
Cut the tension with a knife here at Martin Park. This 4 points means everything to those two sides. The Dogs hanging on for dear life in a top 5 spot on the line. The Magpies, well, their spot on the 5 isn't sewn up yet too. They want to play top 3 footy.
Barrett working hard here, trying to get for that switch.
He certainly is. Joel Montgomery for Elite Building Construction. Paddy Nace kicks it straight down the middle of the ground. It's a good one. Finds Norton. Plays on straight away to that man Barrett. They're out here, the Magpies. Ellis running through the middle of the ground, lowers the eyes over the head of Newton. Here's a chance for the Magpies. Swooping on this football as Hollandine was he pushed in the back. Umpire says no. Ball up 5 metres around for the Maggies goal. Scores the level still. 68 apiece. 19 minutes played in this fourth term for Maccas. Here's Scotty Montgomery, Wang Motor Group.
That kick just had to hit a target from Ellis there. Breaking centre like that. You've got to make sure it's a good kick inside 50. Give that tap to Juice, but it's going to go out of bounds. They're the ones that have just let him down since quarter time, I feel. Going inside 50, they just hurt themselves with some poor disposal rate. Because Juice has really dried up with that delivery. Ball gets tossed in now. Juice just takes it out of the ruck. Drops it. It's a bit of a drop kick, but it's gone through for a goal! Steal line goal today, I think. Mason wants to have a chat about it with Normie. I think Normie's pretty confident. All clear, goal, steal line goal today. Juice Newton from the ruck. Exactly what they needed. Big goal there from Juice. That's his fourth. First since the first quarter. gives them a goal break now, deep into this last quarter on the work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. 68 plays 74, 20 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock.
Wow. Juice working really hard all day, trying to get in those leads, but they kept kicking over his head. He said, I'll do it myself out of the ruck here, boys. Don't worry about it.
4 goals for Juice Newton, 3 in the first term. He's been quiet since they put Charlie Morrison on him, but that could be the match winner. Is that the last goal in this game, or does it have another twist here on O&M Live? The Maggies by a goal. Over 250 people tuning in on the O&M Snap Print Solutions TV as well. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful Saturday afternoon across the northeast. Matty Wilson has been epic since quarter time. We're going to have a ball up here. 20 blokes around this pilt. Just 4 to centre here for the Wang Magpies. 2 goals apiece here in this final term on O&M Live. Driscoll doing the ruck work. And another ball up. Precious seconds being wasted off the clock here. They've played in 2 absolute nail-biters in the last 2 weeks, the Maggies, and it's going down to the wire again, Scotty Montgomery.
It is. As now Big Knowles, he taps it forward. Coming through with Sorochinsky. Gets a kick sideways. Umpire says not far enough. Reachman then gets tackled with it. Ball 50 metres away from the Wangaratta goals. Spills out to Brody. Nice handball now to Wilson. Wilson takes on Hollandine. Great tackle, Fraser. Gets the handball away to Wilson at Yellen. Umpire says play on. Yellen now goes inside 50 towards Johnson. He doesn't quite take the mark. He's been wrapped up straight away by Anderson. He's in a bit of trouble here, Tommy. Holding the footy. Umpire said you lay it on it, Tommy. And I reckon you want to let him get up, mate, because you don't want to waste any time. Your team is behind right now. He'll be happy with this. Jamie Anderson just walks away. He says, yep, I'll kill about 15 seconds here as we've gone 22 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Goal lead here. 6 points to Wangaratta on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. And Anderson goes sideways to Porter. A couple of old heads combined.
Dane Porter, left half back broadcast side. Goes short with a dinky one to Nick Richards. His number's 40 winks, Joel Montgomery.
Yeah, this is his 4th disposal for the quarter, 27 for the game.
Yeah, he's been brilliant, I reckon. He's been Wang Magpie's best for mine. Him and Juice Newton. Been a little bit quiet since quarter time. Kick was a bit of a, speculative one to the middle of the ground. Lots of plays around this pilt. Morrison wants a free kick for a high. And we have a ball up right in front of our commentary position. Just next to the centre circle here. 6-point lead to the Maggies, 74-68. 23 played, Macca's time clock. Cavalier Holmes, 4th term.
Driscoll now just gets a tap out to Brooks. Brooks might have got taken high, almost says play on. Mayfield extracts that one beautifully. Goes towards 50, towards Cassidy. Norton, well read. Great body work. He's been fantastic, I reckon, Tyler Norton. And that's why Wangaratta love having him back in their side. He's just so composed. That kick's not great. As Driscoll takes the mark. Plays on straight away. Goes inside 50, looking for a teammate. It's not a great kick. Aidan Tilley takes the mark. It's a relieving one for Wangaratta. And now they'll just hold on to it for a little while. They got Knowles down the line. I reckon that's where he's going to head, Tilley. He does. Heads towards this commentary side. Juicy gets pushed out of it. Driscoll gets the fist on it. And we'll have a boundary throw in right in front of the Wangaratta bench. 23 and a half minutes gone. Macca's time clock. 6-point lead to Wangaratta. Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Not long to go as Dean Stone's come out of the coach's box and he's yelling and screaming instructions. It's going to be an interesting one. I don't reckon there's much time left here, Panda.
2 or 3 minutes, I reckon. And the Magpies lead by a straight kick. Still plenty of time for the Dogs here. They don't need to rush things. Their last couple of entries inside forward 50 have been poor. As Smith tumbles one to half forward. Brody did well. In fact, it was Wilson who arches his back. Kicks to half forward. Well done, Harry Smart again. They're winning all the important one-on-one contests, the Wangaratta Magpies.
How much improvement has this kid had this year? I feel Harry Smart. One of the better small defenders going around now.
Tim and Tyler Norton have been great. Juice Newton marks it on his chest. He jumped very early to Juice. It doesn't matter. He can take more precious time off the clock here. 74-68. One straight kick. The Magpies lead by 25 played. Final term on O&M Live.
Juice goes down the line looking for a teammate. Knowles is the option. Now McVeigh gets it. Smith just a handball on the ground and McVeigh gets it again on his left foot. It's a beautiful kick. A lot of distance and he's found a target. Grossman. He'll go back. He'll take 30 seconds off the clock. And Matty Grossman has a shot to basically put the final nail in the coffin here. And give him a 2-goal lead, 25 minutes gone.
I feel like a score here is just so valuable anyway.
Yep.
Because it makes
A point may be better.
Point might be better here because it means the Dogs need to go and kick 2 goals.
From 150 metres away. As Grossman gets moving, he'll let rip from about 45. He sets sail. He likes it off the boot, does Matty Grossman. He's hit the post. Had a lot of posters today, but it's a handy point. Makes it a 7-point ball game. Wodonga have to score twice. And here goes Andrews, going to send it straight down the middle.
He does. Big drop punt. Has to be marked here by the Dogs. It's not. McVeigh goes in. He wants to keep the ball in the contest. Ball up middle of the ground. So the Dogs trail by 7. 75-68. They've been so brave. Need everything to go right here. We saw a miracle last week for the Magpies. We know it's not over till it's over. Tumble to half forward. Here's Morrison. Hand passes to Greenhill. Kicks to centre wing. Big pack of players. It's all Magpies. Barrett backs back. Not able to mark. Jorgensen just punches it forward here for the Dogs. Bradshaw leads all comers to the footy. Norton fumbled it. Brooks goes in there. He's been brought down in a big tackle. More time off the clock. 75-68. 26 minutes played final term. The Magpies might have just done enough here, Scotty Montgomery.
Yeah, sending everyone behind the footy. There he's just yelling and screaming, get behind the footy to everyone. Ball gets tossed up. Knowles, there it is! Big win for Wangaratta. They keep their season going. That top 3 spot is still there. 7-point win. Absolutely huge after the start Wodonga had. And the second quarter from Wodonga really put Wangaratta on the pump, but their second half has just got them to come out on top. 7 points, 11-9-75, 10-8-68, the Bulldogs.
Big win to the Magpies. Massive win here on O&M Live as Scotty Montgomery heads down to the boundary as well. We'll retrieve our Harvey Norman Benning player of the day. Going to be a hard one to choose, I reckon. I reckon Nick Richards has been fantastic for the Wangaratta Magpies. Could be him, could be Juice Newton who kicked the 4 goals. A big win to the Wangaratta Magpies. Away from home, that's 3 close ones. 3 games all within a kick and a bit in the last 3 weeks for the Magpies. They lost the derby. They won by 3 points last week over the Hoppers, and they've come to Martin Park undermanned. We know they're missing players, as are the Dogs, and they walk away with a 7-point win here on 3&E's O&M Live. Hope you enjoyed the coverage as we'll wait for Scotty Montgomery to come in boundary side. Joel Montgomery, not a bad game of footy. You've had a lot of close ones, haven't you, on O&M Live?
Seems to be the little trick at the moment. Just guess that happens when you're a part-time caller. You get to pick and choose the good ones. But as we said at the start of the day, could be a finals-like atmosphere or finals-like intensity of a game, and I think we found that. I know that Wodonga, that might make it tricky for them to make finals now. However, they can hold their head up high that they really had a red-hot crack given the injury circumstances they've been left with for the probably remainder of the season. They've had a really phenomenal day.
Scotty Montgomery down there, I think, with Nick Richards.
Yeah, got Nick Richards, Harvey Norman betting player of the day, mate. Great result for you boys. Couple of close ones lately, but to get another one like that, it's a really good win.
Oh, for sure. I thought, after last week, obviously, just scraping by, getting the win. It was good, good today to sort of, show a bit of form. Strong second half. I thought we were sort of slow in the first half, but we got going in that third, and
And what did Reedy have to say at half time, mate? You come out and kick 4 goals to nothing in that third quarter. Really, he's got his going, and you're able to hold on in that last quarter.
Yeah, it was pretty fired up at half time, but he was sort of just third quarter sort of bring the pressure. Which we were sort of lacking in the second, but we got going the third, and sort of brought the heat. But it's good.
And your midfield group, mate, was absolutely fantastic today. You were able to drive a lot forward through there, and Big Knowles, he helped you out. But yourself, Harry Hewitt, guys like that were just absolutely fantastic, and the drive through there was unreal.
Yeah, for sure. I thought down back I was super as well. But got going in the second half of the midfield group, so it was good.
Well, go and enjoy it, mate. Really well done, and congratulations.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Scotty Montgomery will get a photo of our Harvey Norman betting player of the day as well. We'll get that one up on social media. Well done to Nick Richards, who I think since going into the midfield has been absolutely fantastic. Getting an opportunity and playing some really good footy, Joel. What were his numbers in the end?
He had 28 touches in the end. Probably a little bit quiet in that last quarter, but he's really set up that third-term fight back with 9 touches there.
He was outstanding. A big win to the Wang Maggies over the Wodonga Bulldogs, who were so brave. We know they're undermanned and struggling with some availabilities in season 2024. But the Magpies are a really good outfit. They're missing a few players as well, and That keeps their top 3 chances alive. We'll go around the ground soon and get some other scores in the SS&A Ovens and Murray, but we'll head into the Wang Maggies room right under us here. They'll sing this one nice and loud. And we'll bring you the coverage here on 3&E's O&M Live. So they're in the rooms, the Wang Maggies. We'll follow them in, and they'll sing this one loud and proud. After dropping the derby, they've won their last 2 games. Close ones as well. Here they are.
Cheer the black and the white. Honour the name, pride and honour. Lift that noble banner high. Shake out the thunder from the sky. Whether the odds be great or be small, Wangaratta win and win overall. While the loyal sons are marching on its victory.
Yeah, well done to the Wangaratta Magpies. They've come to Martin Park and claimed a big 4 points here on 3&E's O&M Live. Stay with us, our post-game show for Wangaratta Motor Group on the other side of this. On O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.